closely with law enforcement, and if there's any identification or anything whatsoever that needs to be looked into, out of an abundance of caution, we automatically pull those personnel off the line and make sure that they're not part of the mission set, and in certain cases we make sure that we get them sent home.
The other 10 were for what he called other potential issues that may involve previous criminal activity or activities, but not directly related to the inaugural event. Republican lawmakers and conservative groups are opposing President-elect Joe Biden's forthcoming immigration plan as massive amnesty for people in the U.S. illegally. Their opposition underscores that the measure will face an uphill fight in a Congress that Democrats control just narrowly. On Wall Street, the Dow by 116 points, the Nasdaq rose 198, the S&P 500 advanced 30. More on these stories at townhall.com.
Excuse me, why don't you have life insurance yet?
I've got diabetes, and I know the price will be through the roof for the pre-existing condition.
Well, actually, SelectQuote makes it easy to get very affordable life insurance, even if you have a health issue.
I'm listening.
You'll get quotes from some of the country's most trusted carriers. Even with your diabetes, you can get around $250,000 in insurance for as little as $1 a day.
That would be amazing. What's it called again?
SelectQuote. Just call or go to SelectQuote.com to get your free quote. Get the coverage you need at a price you can afford. Call 1-800-694-1010 or go to SelectQuote.com today. That's 1-800-694-1010 or SelectQuote.com. SelectQuote. We shop. You save. Get full details on example policy at SelectQuote.com/commercials. Monthly premiums vary based on health company and other factors. Not available in all states.
Are you celebrating a new driver in your family? Mitchell's Body Shop says congratulations and welcome to the road. Remember to buckle up and be alert. And if your family should ever need auto body repair for your young driver and you want a safe yet economical repair, call Mitchell's Body Shop.
Okay, thank you.
Mitchell's has a lifetime warranty on all repairs and rental cars on site for your convenience. Mitchell's Body Shop, 96 Riverport Drive in Jackson. And don't text and drive.
From the heart of the Hub City in downtown Jackson, WNWS 101.5 Jackson.
Welcome inside the gym at Sacred Heart. We're glad to have you with us, Andrew Chapman, for Jackson Christian Eagles basketball. Thanks for making us a part of your Tuesday night. We're just underway as the girls get tipped off and ready to go. And right out of the opening possession, Taylor Baines able to take it halfway down the court and scoop it in with a layup for two. So an early 2-0 lead for Jackson Christian. Shot no good with the Sacred Heart Knights moving right to left across your radio dial in their home white uniforms. Jackson Christian in the road blues with the yellow numbers, and Jackson Christian in the white script printed across the front of the uni. A layup did not go for Malia Hughes, and the Eagles back with it, moving from left to right, coming off back-to-back wins last week against Ripley High and FACS. This team is surging at the right time as Trinity Brooks feeds Aaron Baines down low. Got a shot blocked and slapped out of bounds. And the Eagles will hold on to it in their front court. Just underway on a Tuesday night from Sacred Heart. Home of the Knights with 7:10 in the opening quarter to play. An inbound pass was batted away. Aaron Baines ends up coming up with her own inbound pass and gets it up high to Taylor Baines. Oh, it's over on the left wing. A feed to Trinity Brooks sweeping through the lane. Her layup got blocked. And Taylor Baines came down with it, got tied up, and a whistle and an alternating possession will give it to the Eagles with 6:55 to play in the opening quarter. First time Jackson Christian has gotten a look at Sacred Heart this season as a long three-pointer is incoming from the left side corner, and it was an air ball. 5 on the floor for the Eagles. Yarborough, Taylor Baines, Aaron Baines, along with Trinity Brooks and Lily Barnes, as Barnes gets a shot up in the short corner and knocks one down from 15 feet. A jumper for the freshman Lily Barnes. Good to see her back in action tonight after she came down awkwardly on that ankle in the third quarter of Friday night's game against FACS. and was out for the remainder of the game. Just a minor tweak of the ankle, though, says Brian Freeman. And after another three-pointer fired up by Sacred Heart, there was a scrum for the basketball under the hoop, and a jump ball on the alternating possession is back with Jackson Christian. Small 4-0 run out of the gate, as we're just getting started on a Tuesday night from Sacred Heart. Aaron Baines with the dribble, moves towards the block, and she traveled, was met by a pair of defenders near the post, and took too many steps as she tried to elevate towards the cup. And the inbound pass on the far sideline gets thrown over the head of Cassandra Blankenship. And out of bounds, Jackson Christian will take over. The 5 on the floor for the Knights. Blankenship, Cassandra Blankenship, Jasmine Blankenship again, as well, along with Malia Hughes, Emily Gill, and Veda Johnson. Brooks along the baseline was hip checked by one of the players of the Lady Knights. Jasmine Blankenship fouled Brooks, hit her to the floor, and the ball went out of bounds. Inbound goes to the right wing. Taylor Baines dribbles to the elbow, puts up a two-pointer. A little too strong on the touch. Trinity Brooks came down with the rebound, and she got shoved from behind. That's Veda Johnson with the foul. And out of the inbound, Alana Yarborough got fouled underneath the hoop, and she'll go to line to shoot 2. See if the Eagles can put together another solid first half defensively like they did against FACS when they allowed a season-low 5 points in that opening half. And Yarborough's first shot a little too strong. Taylor Baines and Lily Barnes, the two Lady Eagles with field goals so far tonight. Yarborough trying to go 1 for 2 from the line, and she cannot. Second one off as well. And with 5:40 to play in the opening quarter, it's back with the Knights. And it's with Gill. A pass into the near side corner, guarded by Taylor Baines, and back up high. Swinging around to the wing, driving to the elbow, throwing up a shot. Emily Gill, but she took too many steps as she tried to create a lane to the bucket. Aaron Baines on the wing, to the block, pulls up. Short jumper was contested, didn't get it to fall, and Lily Barnes off the rebound took too many steps. .5:17 to play in the quarter, and Jackson Christian going to supply some backcourt pressure. Head coach Brian Freeman barking out the orders, and they are able to get a turnover out of it. It goes to Baines on the right side wing, a little short off the front of the rim. Baines trying to get her own rebound, and it hops out of bounds with 5:09 to play in the first. More backcourt pressure applied by the Lady Knights. This time they're able to get it across midcourt, and a couple of Eagles rushing back to get into that defensive zone. Now here comes a three-pointer from straight away, and it's swished in by Emily Gill to end the long scoring drought to open the game. Emily Gill cuts it back to a one-point contest, 4-3 Eagles. And it's with Lily Barnes, who fakes a move, steps inside the key, puts up a shot, bank won't go, and the rebound pulled down by Cassandra Blankenship. Blankenship with it, swings it over into the corner. Moving along the baseline, Gill, she flung it over to the far side, and it goes out of bounds, was looking for Jasmine Blankenship. Drew contact along the baseline, which made it a difficult pass. But the Eagles back with it with under 4:30 to go in the opening quarter. And a 4-3 game, low scoring early. Taylor Baines and Lily Barnes, the two scorers so far tonight for Jackson Christian. Here's Aaron Baines from long range. She got it. Jackson Christian answers with a three of their own. The sharpshooter Aaron Baines, who's had that touch over the last few games, gets three. And on the other side, the Knights throw one up. That was a long three by Jasmine Blankenship. It was off the front of the rim. In quick transition, Lily Barnes gets the feed, leads her to the baseline, and kicks it back up high to Taylor Bain. She dribbles into the key, trying to find a skip pass to Brooks in the far corner, but it was underneath her. And with 3:50 to play, it's back with the Lady Knights. 7-3 ball game after the Aaron Baines 3. And before the inbound, Lexi Bell, the senior guard, checks in, and off the floor, Lily Barnes, the freshman. .340 to play in the quarter, and a pass from Blankenship was thrown right to the feet of Lily Barnes on the bench, who just subbed off. So a turnover for Sacred Heart. And it's Taylor Baines running the point, trying to find some room outside, reverses course, bounce pass to the baseline. Yarborough drew contact on the shot, couldn't get it off. Lexi Bell scrumming for the ball. And a whistle blows, and the Eagles will inbound on the baseline. I think it might have been a kick ball underneath the hoop. Feed right to Lexi Bell, and an uncontested kiss off the glass. Good find by Trinity Brooks. Lexi Bell with some good motion off the inbound play, and an airballed three-pointer leads to a Taylor Baines inbound, or rather rebound. And there she goes across the timeline working the floor. And she finds Lexi Bell. A kick out to Aaron Baines. Crossover, evades pressure, finds a wide open Trinity Brooks. And the short corner jumper, no good. Brooks steals a pass near the top of the key. Quickly changes direction, moves up the floor, and on a 2-on-1, she is fouled. And a blocking foul will go against the Knights and will send Brooks to the line for 2. They get Hughes with the personal foul, her first. A 9-3 game, and Brooks puts the Eagles in double digits. Brooks' second shot up, and down it goes. Trinity Brooks gets a pair. Everybody getting involved in the scoring early. Barnes, Baines, Brooks, Lexi Bell, and Taylor Baines. Both the Baines sisters, along with 3 others in the score column here early. Lily Barnes back out on the floor. The Knights threw it off the foot of Yarborough underneath the hoop, or kind of in the middle of the key. And with 2:31 to play, a kickball violation. Jackson Christian out to their biggest lead of the game here early. All they've given up so far was a 3-pointer by Emily Gill about a minute ago. And a timeout taken. Sacred Heart, the Knights, and Charles Dutso, the head coach, wants to talk it over with his girls. Let's take a 30-second pause. You're listening and watching to Jackson Christian Eagles basketball on WNWS.com and 101.5 FM.
Hey, Dan.
Hang on.
Dan.
Hang on.
Danny.
Whoa, what?
Let's sell this house and buy another.
Say what?
Seriously, this was your house when we got married. We need to find our house.
Emily, mi casa es tu casa.
Your bachelor pad is my bachelor pad?
Okay, babe, look, if we're going to do this, we have to call the Greer Real Estate Group.
Oh, I like them. They really care about their clients, and they know what they're doing.
Well, Brad's hobby is construction and repair. He can help us with what we need to get our house ready for the market.
2:31 to play from the gym at Sacred Heart, and right off the inbound pass, a short jumper will not go for Hughes, and a foul down low. We'll see who just got hit with the foul, and it's going to go against Hughes, who put up that jump shot, was scrumming for the rebound, and instead is hit with her second personal. 11-3, Jackson Christian moving from left to right. We appreciate you tuning us in on 101.5 FM, local radio, also available for video tonight on WNWS.com. And action all across West Tennessee tonight as the Eagles turn it over, and it's back with the Lady Knights. You can catch USJ action on WNWS.com, also TCA. Those two sides playing each other. The radio broadcast available on Fox Sports Jackson 105.3. The South Gibson Hornets also on WNWS.com tonight via video stream. Coming off a turnover, Taylor Baines ran the length of the court and couldn't get a high layup to go off the glass. She dribbles into the key, bounced past to Yarborough, but it never found her. The Knights turn it over. No, they hold on to it. They're able to get it out to 12. Caitlin Gill, who bounce passes down low, and Malia Hughes works a layup underneath the hoop for two. Just the second field goal so far in the opening quarter for the Lady Knights with 1:30 to play in the first. And Erin Baines, shadowed by a couple of defenders, got the pass off, a loose ball, and it is grabbed by the Knights in transition. A stop at the free throw line for Hughes. She kicks it out, gets it right back top of the key, working close against Barnes. Now in the near side corner. Here comes a three-pointer. It rattled out, hit the glass, and fell. The shot is good for Jasmine Blankenship. And it's the second three-pointer cashed in for the Knights. They've cut it right back to a three-point game, 11-8 with under 55 seconds to go. A running scoop layup, no good by Baines. And on the putback, Yarborough scores and is fouled. So Yarborough with a chance at a three-point play. All five Jackson Christian starters now in the score column, and a substitute as Erin Baines checks off. .4, and Yarborough putting up the shot. It is no good. She's 0 for 3 from the line. 45 seconds to play. A 13-8 game in the first quarter. Tripped up Emily Gill, and a foul going against Jackson Christian. Taylor Baines just got hit with the personal foul. Baseline inbound for the Knights. It immediately goes to Hughes, who got double-teamed along the block, dribbles outside to the right wing, puts up a three-pointer, too strong, and Yarborough pulls down the rebound with 31 seconds and counting to play in the first quarter. Taylor Baines working up high, gets past Gill, gives to Lily Barnes. Barnes shadowed near the left wing, works her way all the way to the hoop and gets a right-handed layup to go. Nearly uncontested right down the middle of the lane, and Barnes now has 4 on the night. 13 seconds to play. A shot thrown up. It's airballed. Someone might have gotten a hand on it. Lily Barnes came back down with the rebound. Here she goes, pushing the tempo, finds Taylor Baines on the wing. Yarborough double team, throws it off the back of the backboard. And Lily Barnes on a putback attempt got fouled. Rather, that's Lexi Bell that got fouled. Just 0.7 seconds on the clock. Going to have to touch it and throw it up right away. You have just enough time. Inbound pass gets stolen by Malia Hughes. And that will do it for the first quarter of play. Jackson Christian out to a 7-point lead to end things at 15-8. Sacred Heart kept it close, cut it within 3 at one point, but the Eagles with a little momentum down the stretch. On we go to the second quarter next. We'll take a minute pause on News Talk 101.5 and WNWS.com.
If you're ever involved in an automobile accident, the last thing you need to worry about is what to do next. It's simple. Call Precision Auto Body at 783-0075, and they can handle the rest for you. With rental cars on site, they can have you back on the road with no delay. They repair all makes and models, both foreign and domestic. No need for you to run to a franchise or dealer where you're just another number. At Precision Auto Body, you're known by your name and your concerns about your vehicle. They've been in the same location between Milan and Medina for 20 years, with adding a second high-quality location in Dyersburg in 2014. They have all certified technicians and continuous education, so they can repair your vehicle to factory conditions. Remember, you own your vehicle. You own your insurance. You own the right to tell your insurance company that you want Precision Auto Body to repair your vehicle. So don't be just another number, and don't be steered in the wrong direction. Call Precision Auto Body, 783-0075.
News Talk 101.5 FM, the home of Monday Night Football. Monday Night Football.
Welcome back inside the gymnasium at Sacred Heart. Andrew Chapman, glad to have you with us on News Talk 101.5 and WNWS.com. Lady Eagles looking for another win, coming in at 10-5. And on their end of the floor, Trinity Brooks had a contested shot halfway down and it rimmed out. Sacred Heart coming down with the rebound, stepped out, so it's right back with Jackson Christian under their own bucket. A 15-8 game in the second quarter. And a foul underneath as Lily Barnes got tripped up. So before the inbound pass, a foul going against the Lady Knights. And Veda Johnson gets hit with the personal foul, the off-ball foul, her second personal tonight. 7:41 to play. The inbound pass goes up high to the top of the perimeter. Lexi Bell with it on the right wing, lost the dribble, able to regather, circles around with the left hand, goes under the hoop and traveled. Tried to dunk under the leg of Johnson. Taylor Bain subs off the floor. So Barnes, Yarborough, Bell, Aaron Baines, and Trinity Brooks, the five on the floor for the Jackson Christian Eagles. Working it on the near side perimeter. The Lady Knights. Pass was deflected, gathered up by Emily Gill. And on the right side wing, a three-pointer incoming, swirls out. And Yarborough comes down with the rebound. Bounce pass, forward, no good. It got pulled away, and a shove. Who will this go against? It was Brooks and Blankenship colliding. And the foul goes against Blankenship. That's the seventh team foul as well of the half, so a 1-and-1 situation that'll send Brooks to the line. It was kind of a loose ball in that scenario there, and you didn't know who the foul was going to go against. And Brooks gets her first. Real distributed scoring across the board, but it's Lily Barnes right now, the freshman, leading the way with 4 points. Brooks' second shot, a little too soft off the front side of the rim. And on the other end, Emily Gill quickly pushes it forward. Swinging it around the perimeter, it's with Jasmine Blankenship. Bounce pass to the elbow, now back up high. They find Blankenship near corner. Here comes a triple, and it is no good off the front of the rim. It gives Barnes a chance to quickly move up the other side of the floor. She stops her momentum and puts it off the glass for two. Lily Barnes with a team-high 6 points. And playing tight D on the near side corner. Emily Gill working on the left wing, now back up to the top of the key. Gill, a pass to the elbow. They find Caitlin Gill. Now Emily Gill from straight away, and she gets a three-pointer to go. So Emily Gill, a team-high 6 points for the Lady Knights. And it's with Aaron Baines. Taylor Baines gives over to Lily Barnes. Long two-pointer incoming from the right side of the perimeter. And she can't connect. 5:50 to play. A 7-point lead for the Eagles. 18-11 the score. And a whistle and a turnover. Hannah DeWitt on the floor for the first time tonight as she subs in for Aaron Baines. And Taylor Baines slowly brings the ball across midcourt, hanging out on the Big Knight logo. Lead pass down low, mishandled by Yarborough. It was in and out of her hands. And brought in by Emily Gill as the Knights will push the ball back up the floor on their end. Near side, corner three, incoming in a swish. Jasmine Blankenship buries one. And the Knights get back-to-back three-pointers to cut this back to a 4-point game. Yarborough gets blocked as she charged towards the hoop. The block was finished off by Johnson, and the Knights get it back. They've done a good job. The Jackson Christian Eagles have had some chunk leads so far tonight, and the Knights have been able to minimize the deficit a pair of times so far. Johnson throws one up off the glass, a contested turnaround J. No good, and with 4:40 to play, it's back with Lily Barnes and the Eagles. 18-14 they lead in the second quarter. Looking for win number 11 on the year. Taylor Baines got the ball to ricochet out to her. Right wing three won't go, and a dish off the bottom of the foot. Trinity Brooks last touched it. And a timeout for Sacred Heart on the floor. 30-second timeout. We'll take a 30-second pause on the broadcast. It is 18-14 Eagles on News Talk 101.5 and WNWS.com.
Cherokee of Jackson is opening America and West Tennessee with great deals. Get huge off your favorite Kias. Absolutely nobody beats a Sarah deal. New Sorrento up to $8,400 off or $357 a month. Forte and Optima up to $73.98 off or as little as $246 a month. We'll beat any dealer's advertised price. Sportage and Soul up to $5,000 off or just $255 a month. Opening America at Sarah Kia of Jackson. One destination, so many choices.
Welcome back inside the gym at Sacred Heart. Andrew Chapman with you on News Talk 101.5 and WNWS.com, the home of the Jackson Christian Eagles. With 4:27 to play in the first half, it's an 18-14 lead for the Eagles. Both sides talking it over. Brian Freeman encouraging his group, who features Hannah DeWitt, Yarborough, Brooks, Aaron Baines, and Taylor Baines, the five on the floor. So Sacred Heart basketball out of the timeout, and they get it into the near side corner. Now they fling it back up to the top of the key, working it all the way around to the far side corner. A bounce pass to the left block. Spinning out of that with some double team pressure. Now a bounce pass back into the lane. Johnson tied up, nearly lost the dribble. Throws up a left-handed hook and gets it to rattle in. A lot of traffic in the middle of the lane for Veda Johnson, and she was able to get out of it and cash in her first bucket tonight. 3:53 to play in the second quarter. And Alana Yarborough over with it on the left side wing. Gives to Aaron Baines, tightly defended in the far corner. Baseline feed, finds Taylor Baines. Was fouled after she faked a shot. And the whistle goes against Cassandra Blankenship. Her first personal and the 8th team foul of the half, which will put Baines back to the line for a 1-and-1. And before the shot, two substitutes onto the floor. Taylor Baines and Lily Barnes onto the floor for DeWitt and Yarborough. First shot for Baines falls. She has 3. Second shot, no good. Baines comes up with her own rebound, though, and goes all the way back out towards midcourt and will reset. 3-point lead for Jackson Christian off the 1-and-2 trip to the line. The clock ticking down to 3:25, and Jackson Christian trying to control the pace here. Aaron Baines shows out to the wing, drives all the way towards the hoop, tried to float one up and got rejected by Veda Johnson, who's the tallest girl on the floor. And on the other end, Taylor Baines intercepts a pass all the way coast to coast, and it's off the glass. Great anticipation by Taylor Baines, who now leads the way, rather second in team scoring tonight with 5. It's Lily Barnes leading the way with 6. Clock under 3 minutes. Long pass towards the baseline was hit out of bounds and last touched by Jackson Christian. Pass into the key, and a short jumper by Johnson is good. So a 3-point game. Sacred Heart's done a real solid job of just hanging around. 21-18 the score. Trinity Brooks puts up a short corner jumper. Hasn't had a lot of success from that part of the floor tonight. And with 2:25 to play, back with the Knights. They could come within a point or tie this thing. Long, high arcing three. Didn't go down for Blankenship. And Brooks was able to come up with a rebound. On the other end, Lexi Bell moves along the baseline, finds Erin Baines in the far corner, and her three-pointer clanks off the front side rim. 2:05 to go in the half, and the Knights back with it, trailing by one possession. Here comes the three. It got blocked by Lily Barnes. Barnes blocked the shot. Bell came up with it, and she feeds Taylor Baines, who puts up a scoop layup off the glass, and it's good. Taylor Baines now leading the way in scoring with 7. And with 1:43 to go, the Knights are letting it fly from distance. An air ball from Blankenship. And it's back with Jackson Christian with 1:40 to play in the half. And they got to figure out who's going to inbound it. Erin Baines slowly walks it across the timeline with 1:30 to play. And gives to Taylor up high. Swinging over to Lexi Bell. A dish into the corner. Erin Baines going to pull the trigger from three. No good. Yarborough got the rebound. Tried to bounce pass it towards the baseline. And it deflected off the Knights, and they come up with a steal. A pass to the left wing. And now the Knights working around the other side. Top of the key. Emily Gill looking for an open option. Swinging along the left side of the perimeter. With Johnson tied up in the short corner. Gill from long range, 30-footer is good. Emily Gill, the longest three-pointer we've seen tonight. She now has 9 for the Knights, and it's down to a 2-point game, 23-21. Eagles led by as many as 8 at one point in the half, but Sacred Heart's done a great job of hitting some big shots and has not been afraid to shoot from beyond the arc. It's with Lily Barnes. She has a look, puts up a long jumper, no good. Baines, the rebound, high off the glass, and it falls. Taylor Baines leading the offensive output right now for Jackson Christian. She has 9 with 20 seconds to play in the first half. Erin Baines guarding Gill up high. A looping pass over to the right wing. Now the far corner, and they got another one. Jasmine Blankenship with her second three-pointer. She has 9. Under 5 seconds to go. In the key. Bell kicks to Baines. Three-pointer is up, and it's good as time expires. Just a barrage of threes from both sides to end the final 30 seconds. Erin Baines now with 6 points after that three-pointer. A pair of threes for Erin in the half. But it's Taylor Baines helping lead the scoring down the stretch. The Baines girls combining for 9 points down that stretch action. Taylor Baines leading the way with 9. Lily Barnes with 6. And on the other side for Sacred Heart, it's been Emily Gill and Jasmine Blankenship knocking down the three-pointers early. We'll go ahead and take a 3-minute pause here on the broadcast and come back for the Jackson Christian Eagles halftime report. Make sure to keep it locked right here on News Talk 101.5 and WNWS.com. Back in 3 minutes.
Leave the termites dead. Make sure the ants won't spread. Have no fear, we got your back.
You're the best, Mac.
Mac, the bug stops here.
Whether it be bugs, termites, or moisture issues, Mac Pest Control has you covered. Russ McKelvey with Mac Pest Control, servicing Jackson, Memphis, and Greater West Tennessee. Have you been experiencing issues with mold, fungus, or moisture in your crawl space? Give us a shout at MacPestControl.com, and we'll line you up for a free inspection.
For all those sweet tooths out there, McDonald's proudly presents their new bakery sweets, including the icy glazed cinnamon roll, the blueberry muffin busting with flavor, and the delicious flaky apple fritter. They're all here for breakfast, lunch, and dinner, guaranteed to hit the spot. Enjoy them now, West Tennessee, at all Jackson locations, Bells, Brownsville, Medina, and Humboldt. McDonald's is loving high school academics and athletics. Santa left your perfect gift at the North Pole. Your most liked registered a whopping 17 likes. Does it sound like we read your Facebook post? We did. Fortunately, we can make it all better at King Jewelers. We still have all sorts of beautiful jewelry, specially priced at King Jewelers, with breathtaking diamonds and engagement rings at wonderful prices. King Jewelers is locally owned. Grover King has over 35 years experience as a certified jeweler. We do all kinds of jewelry, watch repair, and custom design. 16B Conrad Drive in Jackson. King Jewelers, your Valentine gift headquarters. Online at kingjewelersjackson.com and on Facebook.
For more than 50 years, Jackson State Community College has helped West Tennessee students prepare for success. Now more than ever, Jackson State is here to help our students navigate the challenging times in front of us. We don't know what the future holds, but we know that Jackson State will be here to support our students in the communities of West Tennessee. Visit the COVID-19 page at jscc.edu/COVID for the latest updates and the resources you need to be successful. Jackson State, invested in your success.
With 17 years experience, Tim Armstrong and his team at Reliable Lawn Care and Landscape are just what you need for weed control and fertilization for turf and landscape beds, as well as pest control and fungus on trees and shrubs. Let them design the perfect landscape for you, as well as irrigation work, hardscape installation, and low-voltage landscape lighting installation. They do it all at Reliable Lawn Care and Landscape, 234-0823, Tennessee Charter number 5398.
Hi, I'm Dr. Toyos of Toyos Clinic. Are you ready to enjoy freedom from glasses and contact lenses? We now offer the latest technology, flapless LASIK. With flapless LASIK, the very next day you can swim, work out, wear makeup. Call our LASIK concierge for a free consultation. 800-603-1989, 800-603-1989. Toyos Clinic, flapless LASIK. See better, look better.
When you need to know.
I know. Yeah, I know.
There's only one place to go.
Yeah, I know. I do. I do too.
Get in the know.
It's what I need to know.
Information you need to know on News Talk 101.5 FM.
Welcome back inside the gym at Sacred Heart. We're glad to have you with us on a Tuesday night. Andrew Chapman on News Talk 101.5, WNWS.com. At the halftime break, it's a 28-24 lead for Jackson Christian as they look for win number 11 on the season after back-to-back wins last week at Ripley High School and at home against FACS. They led by as many as 8 late in the first quarter, but credit Sacred Heart, who's been able to connect from three-point land and cut down an 8-point deficit at one point and what also was a 7-point deficit down to a 4-point game. Jackson Christian led by as few as 3 points down the stretch. Make it 1 point actually down the stretch, and Aaron Baines was able to hit a 3-pointer from the left wing as time expired in the half to jump it up to a 4-point advantage. Leading the way in scoring for Jackson Christian is Taylor Baines, who put together a nice little 6-point stretch in the last minute and a half of the second quarter. She leads the way with 9. Aaron Baines with 6 points, a pair of 3-pointers. Lily Barnes working down low in the key tonight, per usual, and she has 6 of her own. Lexi Bell with a pair, Alana Yarborough with 2 points, and Trinity Brooks has cashed in with 3 free throws as well. Meanwhile, for the Sacred Heart Lady Knights, the majority of the scoring has been done by Emily Gill and Jasmine Blankenship. Like we said, Sacred Heart has not gotten a lot going down low. They've gotten a couple of buckets from Veda Johnson, their center, but ultimately it's been Emily Gill and Jasmine Blankenship not being afraid to huck up the 3-pointers and connect from distance. They each have 9 points and have combined for 18 of Sacred Heart's 24 in the first half of action. 28-24 the score. We have about 4:15 remaining here at the halftime break. So we will go ahead and step aside for another 3 minutes and then get you set for the second half of action and give you the starting 5 for the Knights and the Jackson Christian Eagles. A reminder that the boys' action is set to immediately follow today's girls' game tip-off at approximately 7:30 p.m. as the Jackson Christian boys look to avenge a tough loss on Friday against a talented, an undefeated FACS team. A tough challenge for them. They'll look to turn it around tonight here at the gym at Sacred Heart. We'll take another pause, 3 minutes, and back in a moment. You're watching and listening to Jackson Christian Eagles basketball on News Talk 101.5 FM and WNWS.com.
Are you celebrating a new driver in your family? Mitchell's Body Shop says congratulations and welcome to the road. Remember to buckle up and be alert. And if your family should ever need auto body repair for your young driver and you want a safe yet economical repair, call Mitchell's Body Shop. Mitchell's has a lifetime warranty on all repairs and rental cars on site for your convenience. Mitchell's Body Shop, 96 Riverport Drive in Jackson. And don't text and drive.
Don't fumble the ball when it's time to choose a body shop. Choose Mitchell's Body Shop. Mitchell's has a lifetime warranty on all repairs and has rental cars on site for your convenience. Free estimates and free local pickup and delivery. If other drivers were off sides and your car suffered a little unnecessary roughness, remember it's a win every time at Mitchell's. For a safe and economical repair, getting you and your car back in the game. Like Mitchell's Body Shop on Facebook. They're giving away tickets to some of your favorite games. Mitchell's Body Shop, 96 Riverport Drive in Jackson.
Has this pandemic got you upside down financially? Hey, I've been there, and we're here to help at Krasner Pawn and Jewelry. We buy, sell, and trade firearms. Krasner Pawn and Jewelry also buys and sells Rolex watches and diamonds. We loan money, and Krasner Pawn and Jewelry buys, sells, and trades gold. Open Monday through Friday from 9 to 5:30, and Saturdays 9 to 5. KrasnerPawn.com, and take a look at our items on Facebook at Krasner Pawn and Jewelry, 2156 North Highland Avenue. Sometimes buying or selling a house is like the flip of a coin, just like in the game of football. It could be heads or tails. If you want a real winner to sell your home, call Kimberly Evans. Kimberly and her team will take the ball and get it across the goal line. Score a touchdown with a championship realtor. Kimberly Evans with Coldwell Banker. Call Kimberly today. 731-697-8558. 731-697-8558. Or 731-668-1777. KimberlyEvans.com.
Have you been looking over and over online in search of that perfect engagement ring or that special piece of jewelry that you can envision in your head but just can't seem to find? Well, come let RJ Case Custom Design Studio, located inside Roberts Jewelers, bring your very own design to life. Come book your one-of-a-kind jewelry creation experience with RJ Case's head designer, Chris, by visiting Roberts Jewelers right away. If you can dream it, RJ Case can design it. RJ Case, located inside Roberts Jewelers, Van Drive, Jackson.
The temperature may be dropping, but things are heating up at all 6 Jackson Sonic locations with the delicious new Queso Burger. Just imagine that toasty Sonic burger bun with a sizzling burger patty topped with shredded cheddar cheese, grilled onions, hatch green chilies with a zesty cheese sauce and mayo. Guaranteed to warm you up on these cool nights. The delicious Queso Burger waiting on you now at all 6 Jackson Sonic locations. Sonic truly is America's drive-in.
We're not just another radio station. We're your radio station. Jackson's News Talk, 101.5 FM.
Final seconds of the half getting ready to expire, and we are getting set for the second half of action. There's the halftime buzzer for you. And the Jackson Christian Eagles take a 4-point lead into this second half. 28-24 the score. Andrew Chapman, glad to be with you here at the gym tonight at Sacred Heart. For these Lady Eagles, they're looking for win number 11 on the year. And they're a little closer to it thanks to the scoring output from the two Baines girls. Erin Baines hitting a big three-pointer as time expired in the second quarter. And Taylor Baines supplying 6 points down the stretch run of the quarter with a team-high 9. Lily Barnes has scored 6 of her own. Baines, Erin Baines, that is, with 6. Trinity Brooks with 3 free throws. Lexi Bell and Alani Yarborough have both contributed with buckets as well. Jackson Christian will inbound at midcourt along the far sideline, and the inbound from Brooks goes to Taylor Baines, who dribbles along the baseline, gives back out high, top of the key with Lily Barnes. The dish over to Erin Baines is on the wing. She finds Brooks in the short corner, dribbles underneath the hoop, finds Barnes, puts up a jump shot from 15 feet, and it's too strong off the left side of the rim, but Brooks able to fight for the offensive rebound, and Baines will reset near midcourt. Up high with Taylor Baines, just underway in the second half with 7:30 to play in the third quarter. Erin Baines shows out high, a right wing three, too soft. ricochets off a couple of hands and last touched by Jackson Christian and Alana Yarborough. So Sacred Heart with the ball for the first time in the half. We're not shy from putting up the three-pointers early as Blankenship and Emily Gill combined for 5 3-pointers in the first half. A pass hits off the head of Blankenship and ricochets out of bounds, but it was last touched by Aaron Baines. So Jackson Christian will hold on to it with 7:02 to play, and the three-pointer on the way and good. Jasmine Blankenship can't miss right now. She's hit another three-pointer, her third of the game, and has a team-high 12 points for Sacred Heart. Back to a one-point game with 28-27 the score. Yarborough in the key, spun towards the hoop, and they called an off-ball foul on Lily Barnes. So Barnes hit with her first personal foul tonight. And Sacred Heart back with it, a chance to take their first lead in the game. It's on the left side wing. And a feed towards the baseline, slapped out of bounds by Yarborough. .6:29 to play. And Sacred Heart will inbound in front of their hometown bleacher area. Long three-pointer from the left corner was an air ball. And Emily Gill couldn't get it to go. So back with Jackson Christian, able to hold on to the lead right now for the time being, but trying to recreate some of that cushion, led by as many as 8 at one point at the end of the first quarter. And the three-pointer off the mark for Aaron Baines, and it bounces out of bounds with 6:11 to play. 28-27 lead. Jackson Christian opened up the game with a small 4-0 run before Sacred Heart got their first bucket. Multiple times this game's been within a point, but Sacred Heart has just not found that go-ahead bucket so far. Here in the third quarter with an even 6 minutes to play, a running jumper is thrown high off the glass, well too strong. And the other way with the Eagles, Taylor Baines wide open, three-pointer incoming, no, can't connect. And Brooks comes down with the rebound. Barnes, the shot, an air ball. Brooks with a second offensive rebound in the possession. And now it's over on the left wing. Back up high with Baines. And a toss over to Brooks. Reversing direction in the left corner. Long two-pointer gets rejected by Johnson. Multiple blocks in today's game by Johnson. She's been all over the floor defensively. Baseline inbound coming from Brooks. Finds Barnes. Back up to the top of the key. It is with Baines. A floater in the lane. No. Hung up on the rim for a while. Gets her own offensive rebound. Throws it off the bottom of the glass and last touched it. It's Sacred Heart basketball with 5:22 to play in the third. Third opportunity now for Sacred Heart to try and take the lead, but it's stolen away by Brooks. A pass that was moving over to the right side of the perimeter was stolen by Brooks and finished with a layup on the other end. So Brooks able to convert the stolen pass. Now Sacred Heart trying to answer. A long three-pointer well beyond the arc, was a little too soft. Emily Gill putting a lot into that one. And a jump ball is being called, and the Lady Knights are going to hold on to the ball. Cassandra Blankenship subs off. Malia Hughes on for the first time. Inbound pass is deflected. Yarborough last got a piece of it. And it will stick here with the Lady Knights with 4:52 to play in the third quarter. Inbound goes to Johnson in the corner. Now to the right wing. Stolen again by Brooks. Steals on back-to-back possessions for Trinity. And on the other end, she splits defenders, drew contact, and had the shot obstructed. No foul called, though. And it's a 3-point lead, a floater in the lane, and it is a blocking foul. Malia Hughes gets her second bucket and will head to the line for a chance at a 3-point play to tie the game. Alana Yarborough whistled for the foul. Tried to draw the charge down low. One shot here for Hughes to try and tie the game for the first time tonight. And she does. Since it was 0-0, it's now 30-30 with 4:30 to play in the third. Left side to Yarborough in the corner. Baines evades a defender, threw up a three-pointer, no good. Brooks another offensive rebound and got slapped on the jump shot, the turnaround jumper for Brooks. Came into contact with Johnson, who commits her third personal foul, now in a little bit of foul trouble with 4:15 to play. And Brooks here to shoot two and try and break up the tie. And she gets the first. Solid day from the line so far for Trinity Brooks. She's 4 of 5, trying to make it 5 of 6 and push it back to a 2-point lead. She cannot. That one won't fall. And the rebound grabbed by Caitlin Gill, and they whistle on Alana Yarborough for a foul under the hoop. Say she got a hand in there and tried to strip Gill of the ball. Yarborough a little surprised by the call, her second personal. Straightaway three, too strong, and Erin Baines with the collection. On the other side, she puts it up with the left hand, a little too high off the glass. Nearly a travel down there as a couple of Knights got tied up under the hoop. And it's with Hughes, who brings it across midcourt and gives to Blankenship on the wing. Over to Gill, left wing three with two defenders in her face. She gets it. Emily Gill, sharp shooter, tied for the team high with Blankenship with 12. Blankenship and Gill have each hit 4 3-pointers today. And they've combined for 24 of Sacred Heart's 33 points. They now have their first lead in the game at 33-31. Lexi Bell and the Eagles trying to answer, and the pass stolen away. Stolen by Gill on the other end. The layup is no good, too strong. Bodies coming together down low. And a foul on the floor. Who's it against? Number 12, Caitlin Gill, who came up with the steal on that play and put the shot up, was battling for the rebound, commits her first personal foul. 2 team fouls in the half for the Lady Knights. And it's back with Jackson Christian with just right about 3:10 to play. 33-31 the score. And Baines, the go-ahead shot, got it. Taylor Baines with a go-ahead three, and Jackson Christian back in front. Baines leads the way with 12. And a baseline pass looking for Johnson, went right by her. Wasn't ready for the quick pass coming from Blankenship. And Jackson Christian back with it as we go back and forth. Lead changes and big shots here in the third quarter. Brian Freeman barking out some orders. Taylor Baines cracking a smile up high as they let some of the clock tick down. Well, they're going to play a possession drill on the floor, I guess. Going to let some clock tick down. Well, the clock is ticking. And Brian Freeman waving his arms sets a play. Pause in silence before Trinity Brooks gets the pass along the baseline. I'll have to ask Brian Freeman what exactly the name of that play call was. Taylor Baines hung with it near the top of the perimeter for about 25 seconds Didn't dribble, nothing, standing still, and then Trinity Brooks broke underneath the hoop to try and create some space. And we're going to set the offense again and let some time tick down. Third quarter, and Jackson Christian playing the clock game with 1:45. A little bit of a different strategy this time around for Jackson Christian compared to what we've seen in games past. Just waiting for Trinity Brooks to cut towards the hoop or whatever they're going to do. Everybody just staring at each other on the floor. This is bizarre offense, but Brian Freeman looking at his play card over there. I mean, I guess we can pick up in the fourth quarter if that's what we want to do, but with 1:15 to play in the third, Jackson Christian holding on to the basketball. A one-point game, 34-33. This announcer's running out of commentary at this point. I'm going to go hit the snack bar real quick. Wouldn't mind a shot clock in high school basketball, but you know, we can debate that another day. The clock's now ticked off over 1 minute and 20 seconds. I'm officially sweating at this point, folks. I need to take my jacket off. 30 seconds to go. And Taylor Baines hanging out with the basketball as the clock ticks down to under 25 seconds. Nobody's taking a timeout or anything at this point either. Well, I've seen it all, folks. And here we go. With under 15 seconds to go, Jackson Christian going to quickly run the floor. And Baines, pressured up high, finds DeWitt along the baseline. Short shot underneath the hoop, no good. Final seconds of the third quarter, and time expires. So Jackson Christian, well, time of possession is going to heavily favor them tonight, that's for sure, as we head to the fourth. Final 8 minutes, 34-33. Jackson Christian on top on News Talk 101.5 FM and WNWS.com. 1 minute break. Back in a moment.
Not much has changed at Old Country Auto since Lonnie Cobb took over. Nope. Looks like they've got a larger selection now. Yep. They still have friendly folks to help you. Yep, it's the same laid-back atmosphere people expect from Old Country Auto. Yep, check out that family looking at that SUV. Yep, think they can buy? Nope. Well, they did and got a great deal, too. Yep, Lonnie Cobb's Old Country Auto sells Airways and 45 Bypass in Jackson or online at oldcountryauto.com.
With 17 years experience, Tim Armstrong and his team at Reliable Lawn Care and Landscape are just what you need for weed control and fertilization for turf and landscape beds, as well as pest control and fungus on trees and shrubs. Let them design the perfect landscape for you, as well as irrigation work, hardscape installation, and low-voltage landscape lighting installation. They do it all at Reliable Lawn Care and Landscape, 234-0823, Tennessee Charter number 5398.
Final 8 minutes of regulation and a slim 1-point game. We appreciate you joining us inside the gym at Sacred Heart. Eagles and Knights. It's Taylor Baines trying to work her way towards the hoop. Got dispossessed, and it's with Emily Gill on the other end as Sacred Heart will push it across midcourt. Lead changes towards the final stretch of the third quarter. And Jackson Christian trying to play the possession game. That's been the story of the second half, and a running jump shot is connected on by Malia Hughes. Nice touch by Hughes as she kind of had to fight through some traffic and put that one up. Lily Barnes able to create a shot. She shorted it, air ball. And with 7:15 to play, Sacred Heart back with it. Have not led by more than 1 point so far tonight. And a travel as Hughes broke her way towards the right side of the free throw line and took too many steps. Substitute, off goes Hannah DeWitt, in comes Aaron Baines. 7 minutes to play. A lead pass to Erin Baines, and it falls. She got hit to the floor. And Jackson Christian able to come within one. The whistle goes against Johnson. Now has 4 fouls. One away from fouling out of this game. Would be a tough loss for the Knights if they lost their center. With 7:01 to play, Erin Baines going to head to the line for the chance of a 3-point play. And she gets it. So a pair of 3-pointers tonight for Erin Baines, plus the 3-point play. And the clock ticks under 7 minutes from Sacred Heart. It's a 37-35 Jackson Christian lead, and a 3-pointer from the left wing is buried. Jasmine Blankenship with another one. She has 5 3-pointers tonight and a team-high 15 points. And a timeout on the floor as Brian Freeman wants to talk it over with his group. 39-38 the score. Jackson Christian by 1. We'll take a 30-second pause and be back to the gym on News Talk 101.5 FM and WNWS.com.
If your insurance policy is coming up for renewal, don't just send in a check. Do yourself a favor and contact Shanna Tabor at Farmers Insurance. Shanna helps customers like you identify the coverage that best fits your needs. This process is straightforward and personalized to help make you smarter about your insurance. Shanna has the tools and knowledge to help you better understand your coverage options, whether that's auto, home, life, or business insurance.
And I may save you hundreds of dollars. Hello, this is Shanna Tabor, your Farmers Insurance agent. Stop by my office on University Parkway next to the post office for a free quote or find me at stabor@farmersagent.com.
Out of the 30-second timeout, it's a 1-point Jackson Christian lead, 39-38 with 6:40 to play. From Sacred Heart, the Eagles and the Knights scoring off for the first time this season. Later this week for Jackson Christian, a trip to Evangelical. ECS awaits the Eagles on Friday night, but trying to get win number 11 here tonight after back-to-back wins last week. And Sacred Heart basketball out of the timeout with 6:35 to play. It's with Emily Gill on the left wing, guarded by Barnes. Hughes gets it, kicks outside. A pass from the key leads to a 3-pointer, and a shot a little too strong. The rebound ripped away by Taylor Baines. She pushes the tempo on the other end, and a foul underneath the hoop. This will go against the Knights. And I believe they'll hit Caitlin Gill with the foul. They do. So 2 shots upcoming for Taylor Baines, who is the leading scorer tonight for Jackson Christian with 12. First one for Baines, drops in, perfect. Baines goes 2 for 2. 14 points for Taylor. And 6:15 to play in the game. Loose ball on the floor. Hughes nearly traveled, overstepped Erin Baines, who was flat on the floor. And the clock ticks right at 6 minutes. Hughes splits defenders, works her way all the way to the hoop, and a foul. Thought she might have taken an extra step, but no, a foul. Well, they say it was in the act of shooting. That's the only question. They get Lily Barnes with it, her second personal, and they will call it in the act of shooting. Some debate as to whether or not that was a shooting foul or not. Hughes worked her way all the way from the top of the key and was moving through the lane when the foul got called. The question was, had she elevated to the hoop or not at that point? They'll say she did, and the first shot is off the mark. Hughes trying to go 1 for 2 from the line, and she does. So 7 points for Hughes. Blankenship still leading the way with 15. And the clock ticks under 6 minutes. Lily Barnes with it. Dribbling to the point. In the corner, a baseline feed. Erin Baines leads to a three-pointer, her third of the game. 12 points for Erin Baines. Second highest scorer tonight for the Eagles. A kick, a straightaway three-pointer, and the Knights are able to answer on the other end. An assist by Blankenship, Jasmine that is, and the three by Cassandra. Her first points are big ones. And they put the Knights back within two, 44-42. Lily Barnes all the way to the cup. And it's up to 4 points. Lily Barnes with 8. 46-42 with 4:55 to play in the game. Eagles looking for win number 11. And Alana Yarborough just got whistled for a foul. Shoulder to shoulder with Hughes along the right wing. And for Yarborough, it's her third personal. The 5th team foul for Jackson Christian. And Yarborough will sub off the floor. Lexi Bell, the senior, checks back on. Corner feed to Blankenship. A bounce pass down low along the block. It's Johnson spinning. Left-handed hook shot no good. And Barnes with it, pushing the tempo on the other side of the floor. Fired one off the backboard. Brooks on the putback got rejected. And Hughes moving from left to right the other way. And in the lane, she traveled. Tried to regather her dribble and put up a shot, and she took a third step. So a significant turnover with under 4:30 to play in the fourth. And Taylor Baines working the point position. Erin Baines works along the baseline, and a blocking foul that will go against Emily Gill, her first personal. .4:19 to play. Trinity Brooks going to inbound right side of the bucket. And it goes to Lexi Bell, who traveled. Bell was right there on the free throw line and tried to give back out high to Baines and took too many steps. Sacred Heart with it. Going to try a three-pointer from the far corner. No good. A box out by Taylor Baines was a big help in allowing the Eagles to corral that basketball. Under 4 minutes to go. 4-point lead. Jackson Christian led by as many as 8 points towards the back end of the first quarter. Sacred Heart has taken multiple leads in this game thanks to some clutch three-point shooting. Lily Barnes can't get that three-pointer to go from straight away. Offensive rebound by the Knights, and a pass thrown off the foot of Erin Baines. Deflects out of bounds, and it will be Knights basketball with 3:40 to go. 3:35, and it is Emily Gill with it on the wing. Pressure defense applied beyond the perimeter by the Eagles. Hughes found an open look on the right elbow and was too strong with the touch. A lead pass to Barnes, stolen by Hughes, but on the baseline she touched out of bounds, and it'll go right back to the Eagles. Hughes can't believe the call. 3:21 to play, and now the officials are going to conference, I believe, just to make sure that Hughes touched the baseline. Well, and now it's Knights basketball, and there was a clarification for what exactly the call was. I think the referees conferenced and decided she didn't touch the baseline. There's another three-pointer. Jasmine Blankenship hits another, her 6th of the game. She has 18 points to lead the way tonight for the Knights. And it's back down to a 1-point game, 46-45. Lily Barnes with it up high, under 3 minutes to go. We'll see if Jackson Christian wants to try and play that possession game that we saw in the third, where they allow the final minute and a half the quarter to tick off. Not going to be able to do that down the stretch in the fourth, but a foul on the floor. Lexi Bell getting ready to go to the line when we return from this timeout. 30-second timeout. We'll take a 30-second pause on the broadcast. You're listening and watching to Jackson Christian Eagles basketball on News Talk 101.5 and WNWS.com.
Leave the termites dead. Make sure the ants won't spread. Have no fear, we got your back.
You're the best, Mac.
Mac, the bug stops here.
Whether it be bugs, termites, or moisture issues, Mac Pest Control has you covered. Russ McKelvey with Mac Pest Control, servicing Jackson, Memphis, and Greater West Tennessee. Have you been experiencing issues with mold, fungus, or moisture in your crawl space? Give us a shout at MacPestControl.com and we'll line you up for a free inspection.
.247 to play in the fourth quarter. Andrew Chapman, glad to have you with us on a Tuesday night. Jackson Christian trying to fend off a Lady Knights team that has hung in there all night thanks to some consistent three-point shooting. An inbound pass under the hoop was thrown up by Barnes. Yarborough on the second chance effort couldn't get it to fall. And the Knights with it, pushing it across midcourt. Hughes in the lane, a floater and a go-ahead bucket. Hughes with 9 points. And Jackson Christian trying to answer on the other end. Taylor Baines cannot. Drew some contact with a floating hook shot. But last touch by the Knights with 2:23 to play. Feed to Yarborough, and she draws the foul. That is the fifth on Johnson, and she is done for the night. So the Knights lose their center. And going to have to downsize a little bit with Johnson now having fouled out of the game. Could be a big break for Jackson Christian down the stretch run here with 2:22 to go. Johnson fouls out with 4 points, but had multiple block shots in this game and, well, was forcing Jackson Christian to try and kind of work up high and shoot from the perimeter. We'll see if they try and take advantage of things down low now with Yarborough putting up her first shot, getting it to fall, and we are knotted 47-47. Yarborough with 3 points. Trying to make it 4 with a go-ahead free throw, and she does. Jackson Christian led all the way in this game until the midway point in the third quarter. But we have traded 1-point leads back and forth, back and forth. Now with 2:10 to play in the game, it's Hughes up high. A give to Blankenship. Now to Gill. Fake the shot, moves closer to the bucket, and gets a left-handed bank shot to go down. Caitlin Gill with her first bucket comes at a big time. On the other end, Yarborough rejected by the bottom of the rim. Loose ball. Yarborough comes up with it. Leads Brooks to the bucket. She draws the foul. No, she traveled. Trinity Brooks traveled under the hoop. She tried to draw that contact with a hesitation and took a step. Lifted that pivot foot before she elevated to the hoop. 1:45 to play, and Hughes brings it across the timeline. 49-48 lead for Sacred Heart, and a foul on the floor. It will go against Trinity Brooks, who got tied up with Hughes. And for Brooks, that is her first personal, 6th team foul. Hughes off the inbound, bounce passes to Gill, and Caitlin Gill with another bucket. She's scored each of the last 4 points for Sacred Heart. And they have tied their largest lead of the night now with 3. That's how close it's been throughout this one. Yarborough gets a feed. Layup too strong, and the rebound pulled down by Blankenship. And with 1:16 in the half, Jackson Christian knocked it out of bounds. But the Knights will hold on to it, and there is a timeout on the floor as the Knights, who've hung in there throughout this one, are trying to hold this lead down the stretch. Let's take a 30-second pause. Back in a moment on News Talk 101.5 and WNWS.com.
Congratulations. Sold your house. Now it's time to move. Go! Leave the heavy lifting to us. A Affordable Moving and Storage. We specialize in local and long distance moving. A Affordable Moving and Storage comes complete with packing services. Any size move, big or small. A Affordable Moving and Storage. For free estimates, call 731-664-5777. Call 731-664-5777. A Affordable Moving and Storage. 731-664-5777. A Affordable Moving and Storage. Trusted movers since 1996.
Hey, we've even got the Super Bowl. News Talk 101.5 FM.
Coming down to the timeout, 1:16 to play as the Lady Eagles are trying to continue the winning streak with W number 11 on the year, coming in at 10-5 on the season. But they now trail Sacred Heart by the largest margin, just a slim 3 points. Still a one-possession game, 51-48, and it's Sacred Heart basketball in their backcourt. It goes to Hughes, who's double-teamed in the backcourt. She evades Barnes and Baines, gets it across midcourt, tries to find Cassandra Blankenship, but threw it hard off her hands, and it ricochets out of bounds right into the arms of head coach Charles Dotso. .102 to play as the clock ticks under a minute. And Baines, a straightaway three off the front of the rim. Barnes the rebound. The putback is good, and it's back within one. Backcourt pressure, ball knocked away, but Sacred Heart will hold on to it with 49.8 to go. That bucket for Barnes a moment ago puts her into double digits. She has 10, still leading the way in scoring. Taylor Baines with 14. And as the clock ticks under 50 seconds, Sacred Heart able to get out of the backcourt pressure. They find Blankenship. A three-pointer is too strong. Loose ball and a foul on the floor. They are going to call Lily Barnes for the foul. Barnes and Blankenship came shoulder to shoulder off the rebound. And really both of them just scrumming for the ball, but Barnes was hit with the foul, and that's the 7th team foul. So a 1-and-1 upcoming here. And the first one is good. Barnes with 3 personals. And after the first shot is made, the Knights going to bring up a couple of extra players just to fight for the rebound in case this one is missed. Blankenship misses the second, and Yarborough comes down with the rebound. 37 seconds to play, and Taylor Baines spinning with it on the left wing. She gives to Brooks. Brooks through the lane, high off the glass, no good. Gets her own rebound and can't get the second try. Loose ball, Yarborough fighting for it. She gets out of traffic, hits the floor, and 3 empty shots for the Eagles, and a foul on the other end, as it just won't drop in the dying seconds for the Eagles with 18.2 to play, and Hughes getting ready to go to the line, but she's limping after the move up the floor. .2, a 2-point lead for the Lady Knights. Tough possession for Jackson Christian. Trinity Brooks put up a shot, got her own rebound, couldn't get the second try to go, and a third opportunity by Yarborough was also obstructed. But the first free throw is missed by Hughes, who's battling a little bit of an injury. 2-point game, 52-50, 10 seconds to go. Baines a three, the go-ahead shot, no good. Barnes got fouled on the putback, and she'll head to the line for 2 big free throws upcoming, and a chance to tie the game at 52. .3 to play. Lily Barnes with 10 points. And her first free throw is too soft off the front of the rim. A big miss for Barnes. And that was a shooting foul, so she'll get the second opportunity. Shot up from Barnes, no good. That one was too strong, so she missed them both. Hughes came down with the rebound. She was able to box out, and despite that injury, Hughes was able to get the big possession for Sacred Heart. She got fouled with 6.8 to play. The foul goes against Taylor Baines, her second personal. That's the 9th team foul, so still a 1-and-1 situation here for Malia Hughes, who makes the first and now has 10 points. Big free throw upcoming here, which would push it beyond a one-score game, make it a 4-point advantage for the Knights with 6.8 to play. Hughes puts it up and gets it. Perfect on both big free throws as the clock goes under 5. Barnes on the other end moves towards the hoop. Contested jumper off the glass, no good. And time expires as Hughes pulls down the rebound. And Jackson Christian, who led until the midway point of the third quarter, loses a heartbreaker down the stretch. 54-50, the final. And the short winning streak comes to a close for Brian Freeman and company after a strong week last week at Ripley and FACS. Jackson Christian loses after leading by 4 at the end of the first half. They lose by 4 when it's all said and done, and the Lady Eagles fall to 10-6 on the year. Next up for them, a trip out west to ECS. We'll, of course, have that broadcast for you on WNWS.com. But before we look towards Friday's action, it's time for the boys to take the court. They will in about 10 minutes. Estimated time for tip. We're right on schedule tonight, folks, right about 7:30, and we hope you'll join us for that action as well. Let's go ahead and take a 5-minute pause here on the broadcast, and when we return, we'll get you set for the boys' action as the Knights and the Eagles get set to take the floor on a Tuesday night. You're listening and watching to Jackson Christian Eagles basketball on News Talk 101.5 FM and WNWS.com. Back in 5 minutes for the boys' action.
If you're ever involved in an automobile accident, the last thing you need to worry about is what to do next. It's simple. Call Precision Auto Body at 783-0075, and they can handle the rest for you. With rental cars on site, they can have you back on the road with no delay. They repair all makes and models, both foreign and domestic. No need for you to run to a franchise or dealer where you're just another number. At Precision Auto Body, you're known by your name and your concerns about your vehicle. They've been in the same location between Milan and Medina for 20 years, with adding a second high-quality location in Dyersburg in 2014. They have all certified technicians and continuous education, so they can repair your vehicle to factory conditions. Remember, you own your vehicle. You own your insurance. You own the right to tell your insurance company that you want Precision Auto Body to repair your vehicle. So don't be just another number, and don't be steered in the wrong direction. Call Precision Auto Body, 783-0075. If you're ever involved in an automobile accident, the last thing you need to worry about is what to do next. It's simple. Call Precision Auto Body at 783-0075, and they can handle the rest for you. With rental cars on site, they can have you back on the road with no delay. They repair all makes and models, both foreign and domestic. No need for you to run to a franchise or dealer where you're just another number. At Precision Auto Body, you're known by your name and your concerns about your vehicle. They've been in the same location between Milan and Medina for 20 years, with adding a second high-quality location in Dyersburg in 2014. They have all certified technicians and continuous education, so they can repair your vehicle to factory conditions. Remember, you own your vehicle. You own your insurance. You own the right to tell your insurance company that you want Precision Auto Body to repair your vehicle. So don't be just another number, and don't be steered in the wrong direction. Call Precision Auto Body, 783-0075.
Sakura set the standard in West Tennessee for Japanese sushi rolls and hibachi grill dishes. By popular demand, Sakura added a Chinese menu. For starters, egg drop and hot and sour soup. Entrees include chicken broccoli, sweet and sour chicken, Mongolian beef, and lo mein with your choice of meat. Our Chinese lunch menu starts at just $7.95. Sakura also delivers to your home or business, or you can call ahead for pickup at 664-2878. Sakura's dining area now open and serving at 50% capacity. Sakura on Carriage House Drive. Have you been looking over and over online in search of that perfect engagement ring or that special piece of jewelry that you can envision in your head but just can't seem to find? Well, come let RJ Case Custom Design Studio, located inside Roberts Jewelers, bring your very own design to life. Come book your one-of-a-kind jewelry creation experience with RJ Case's head designer, Chris, by visiting Roberts Jewelers right away. If you can dream it, RJ Case can design it. RJ Case, located inside Roberts Jewelers, Van Drive, Jackson.
Hi, This is Jessica with today's Business Q&A. Are you ready? Question: how can you do 3 things at once? Answer: by working with Allegra Design Print Mail, where you can get marketing, print, and mailing expertise all with one phone call. Allegra Design Print Mail is Jackson's one-stop resource for small and mid-sized organizations looking to grow. Visit our website at allegrajackson.com, call us at 664-1676, or stop by at 1029 Old Hickory Boulevard. Allegra is your single source for design, printing, signs, promotional products, and so much more. Did you know there are more than 60 ways to reach customers today? We know it can be overwhelming trying to understand all of these options, let alone choosing the right strategies that deliver results. Take a deep breath. Help is available from Allegra Design, Print, and Mail in Jackson. Contact us today and we'll share with you tested and proven methods used by thousands of small businesses like yours to deliver satisfied customers and increase sales. Conveniently located at 1029 Old Hickory Boulevard, or visit us online at allegrajackson.com or call 664-1676.
The temperature may be dropping, but things are heating up at all 6 Jackson Sonic locations with the delicious new Queso Burger. Just imagine that toasty Sonic burger bun with a sizzling burger patty topped with shredded cheddar cheese, grilled onions, hatch green chilies with a zesty cheese sauce and mayo. Guaranteed to warm you up on these cool nights. The delicious Queso Burger waiting on you now at all 6 Jackson Sonic locations. Sonic truly is America's drive-in.
Cherokee of Jackson is opening America and West Tennessee with great deals. Get huge off your favorite Kias. Absolutely nobody beats a Sierra deal. New Sorrento up to $8,400 off or $357 a month. Forte and Optima up to $73.98 off or as little as $246 a month. We'll beat any dealer's advertised price. Sportage and Soul up to $5,000 off or just $255 a month. Opening America at Cherokee of Jackson. One destination, so many choices.
Welcome to Jackson's original News Talk FM. The information you want to hear at the office and on the road. Jackson's News Talk 101.5 FM.
Welcome back inside the gym at Sacred Heart High School as we are getting set for the boys' action. Andrew Chapman, glad to have you with us on News Talk 101.5 FM and WNWS.com. The girls coming off a disappointing 54-50 run, or loss, I should say, to Sacred Heart, who hung in for most of the game. Jackson Christian, the girls, led by as many as 8 points at one point on the later stages of the first quarter, but Sacred Heart, due to some big three-point shooting down the stretch and a couple of defensive stands late, were able to edge out Jackson Christian, who led 28-24 at halftime, but give up the 8-point swing in the second half and drop their 6th game on the year to fall to 10-6. Meanwhile, the boys, they've been sitting on 9 wins for a little over a week or so and coming off back-to-back losses last week out at Ripley High School and then on Friday night against FACS. The first time we've gotten to see undefeated FACS this year. They came into Friday's game at 7-0, and out of the gate, Jackson Christian couldn't quite figure out how to break their perimeter defense and really get anything going down low in the key as well. They trailed big at the halftime mark, but were unable to come back against FACS on Friday night and drop their 6th game of the year to come into tonight at 9-6. Now, something important to note, just informed of this prior to the broadcast, but the Eagles will be without Dylan Arnold tonight, their star point guard, and instead Danier Brooks will be picking up extra minutes as he will get the nod tonight for the Jackson Christian Eagles at the point guard spot. Other starters, the usual, is Will Cisco, Aaron Smith, along with Peyton Tinsley as well, and Cameron Manners, the seniors, in the starting lineup tonight for Jackson Christian. Will Cisco, one of those senior captains, meeting at midcourt right now with the captain of Sacred Heart as the boys get ready to see each other for the first time tonight. We're excited to bring you this action in just about 2 minutes as the boys look for win number 10 on this season. Let's go ahead and take a minute break, and when we return, give you the official starting 5 for both sides. And we have the opening tip as the Eagles hit the floor and look to put an end to the small losing skid coming into tonight's action. Thanks again for making us a part of your Tuesday night. A reminder that you can also find West Tennessee basketball across WNWS.com. South Gibson in action tonight, along with USJ on the road visiting TCA out at the Big T. You can catch that action on radio, the home broadcast with Stan Gerard and Diamond Dave McCauley on 101.5 FM. And you can also find both video broadcasts featuring Dan Reeves and the TCA crew as well on News Talk, or rather WNWS.com, and South Gibson at WNWS.com as well. We're about a minute until tip. We'll step aside for a minute and then rejoin you from the gym on a Tuesday night. It's Jackson Christian Eagles basketball on News Talk 101.5.
If you're ever involved in an automobile accident, the last thing you need to worry about is what to do next. It's simple. Call Precision Auto Body at 783-0075, and they can handle the rest for you. With rental cars on site, they can have you back on the road with no delay. They repair all makes and models, both foreign and domestic. No need for you to run to a franchise or dealer where you're just another number. At Precision Auto Body, you're known by your name and your concerns about your vehicle. They've been in the same location between Milan and Medina for 20 years, with adding a second high-quality location in Dyersburg in 2014. They have all certified technicians and continuous education, so they can repair your vehicle to factory conditions. Remember, you own your vehicle. You own your insurance. You own the right to tell your insurance company that you want Precision Auto Body to repair your vehicle. So don't be just another number, and don't be steered in the wrong direction. Call Precision Auto Body, 783-0075.
More than just the headlines. Get the real story here. Your source for news, weather, sports, and traffic. Jackson's News Talk 101.5 FM.
And now, the starting lineup for your Sacred Heart Knights.
Welcome back inside the gym at Sacred Heart. The Knights and the Eagles getting set on a Tuesday night. We're glad to have you on tonight's broadcast, live on local radio, News Talk 101.5, and on online video feed, WNWS.com. I'm Andrew Chapman. Thanks again for tuning us in. Starting five getting announced, and the big story tonight coming into this one for Jackson Christian is that they are without their senior point guard, Dylan Arnold, and Danier Brooks will be getting the start and some big starting minutes tonight in place of Dylan Arnold. Danier Brooks, of course, a senior as well, so you get all the experience of the senior point guard, but Dylan Arnold not going to be available tonight for Jackson Christian. So it's Danier Brooks along with Aaron Smith, Will Sisko, Peyton Tinsley, and Cameron Manners rounding out the starting five for Jackson Christian. Let's get you the five for Sacred Heart as well. Kendrick Beard, number 1 is out there. Number 14, Jake Keel, along with number 22, Dalton McKinter. Number 2, Trey Truel is on the floor out there as well. And Javion Greer, number 11, the point guard, rounds out the starting five for Sacred Heart. The opening tip is to the way of Sacred Heart, and a three-pointer from the left wing doesn't go. Will Sisko receives the pass off the rebound from Cameron Manners, and the Eagles swinging around. Here's Aaron Smith elevating and finishing. No, they call him for an offensive foul. That was an athletic move by Aaron Smith with some hops as he flew towards the bucket, but is hit with the first personal foul of his night. Tough break for Smith out of the gate. So just underway here on a Tuesday night at Sacred Heart with 7:30 to play in the opening quarter. It's Greer, the point guard, that gets dispossessed by Manners, and Manners pushes it up the floor. Defense got back. He'll allow his offense to reset. It's Manners up high. He swings to Sisko. Smith, quick passing to Sisko as he moved along the baseline and got dispossessed. But last touch by Sacred Heart. I think they'll say Jake Keel got a hand on it with 7:17 to play in the quarter. The inbound goes to Will Sisko. He splits a double team. He gets one up with the right hand. It was off the mark. Peyton Tinsley fighting for the rebound, and it was last touched by Tinsley. So Sacred Heart basketball as the point guard Greer brings it across the timeline. If you got us tuned in on local radio, the Sacred Heart Knights moving from right to left across your radio dial. In the home white uniforms, Will Cisco comes up with a steal, and he gives to Aaron Smith in the corner. Smith evades one defender, feeds Manners. A left-handed floater is no good. Peyton Tinsley fighting for the rebound, and both sides coming up empty. No scoring, 1:15 into this one, and it's back with Sacred Heart in their home white uniforms, the crimson-red stripe going down the side of the unis. For the Jackson Christian Eagles, they got the road blues on tonight with Eagles in white script printed across the front of the jersey and white lettering and white numbers on the front of the unis as well. There was a foul on the floor. I think Will Cisco got hit with the foul. Inbound from the baseline, goes back up high. Dalton McKinter gives over to the wing, stepping inside the lane. A feed along the baseline and a two-handed layup right at the bucket is finished off by Trey Truel for the first 2 points of the game. And after a near 2-minute drought for both sides, the Knights on the board first. And it's Aaron Smith who pulls up from the elbow and knocks it down. Nice move from Smith, working from the wing to the elbow. He was able to stop on a dime, create some space, and bury one to knot it at 2. Clock under 6 minutes in the opening quarter, and it's Javion Greer, the point guard, working up high against Danier Brooks. He moves to his left, feeds to Beard, and now a pass down to the left block. A double team as Manners and Tinsley were in the area. Trey Truel didn't have a clear look at the hoop, and he just threw it up over the top of Tinsley. Truel with both buckets for Sacred Heart tonight. And on the other side, it's a feed to Tinsley, and Aaron Smith with some nice vision to feed Tinsley on the back end. Boy, there's a little trash talking going on between Tinsley and Truel right now. The two big men for both these teams are jawing back and forth early. Truel backing down Tinsley in the key, didn't have a look, kicks it out to the wing, three-pointer no good. Truel with the rebound, spinning into space, and Tinsley is hit with a foul. Two personal fouls early on, one against Smith and one against Tinsley. With 5:04 to play, Truel will go to the line. Tinsley and head coach Kyle Teichman talking with the official just to clarify what exactly went wrong and what warranted the foul. But Tinsley will sub off, and onto the floor comes Aiden Shaw, the young freshman. With 5:04 to play, Truel made the first free throw, and his second hangs out on the rim and falls. So Truel with all 6 points in the early going for the Knights. And under 5 minutes to go in the opening quarter of action. Danier Brooks gives over to Aaron Smith. Smith tightly guarded on the wing. And a give on a bounce pass over to Danier Brooks. The point guard tried to feed Smith along the wing, nearly had it stolen away, regathers, kicks to the right wing. Shaw frees up some space at the elbow, fires across the perimeter. A stop, a jump shot, a dispossess. Aaron Smith puts it up and finishes. Aaron Smith not giving up on the play. He got dispossessed, regathered, drew some contact, flung up a prayer, and it fell down. He now has a chance at a three-point play. Smith able to convert the three-point play with the free throw. He has 5, and on the other side, a quick transition three-pointer would not fall for Kendrick Beard, and Will Cisco brings the rebound across midcourt, guarded tightly near midcourt, works his way all the way to the hoop, lost the dribble, and it was last touched by, they'll say, Cisco. Kind of a late call. So a one-point game early. The big man, the center for Sacred Heart, Trey Truel with all 6 points. It's Aaron Smith leading the scoring out of the gate. He has 5. It's the point guard, Javion Greer, dribbling on the right side of the lane, and he gives back up high with McKinter. And a shove along the baseline with 4:01 stoppage on the floor. We'll see who this foul is on. It is against 10, Aiden Shaw. Inbound goes to Truhl, double teamed along the right side of the key. Kick out to the left side. It is Keel working along the baseline and an offensive foul. So calling them both ways, at least here early, with Keel, getting the whistle for the offensive foul with 3:53 to play in the first quarter. 7-6 the score. Jackson Christian on top early thanks to 5 points from Aaron Smith. Will Cisco gives to Aiden Shaw. Shaw lost the ball, and it is going the other way. No, it's going to stay with the Eagles. So a baseline inbound in the near corner goes right to Will Cisco, who's manned up along the block, a feed into the lane, and Aiden Shaw traveled. Out of the feed from Cisco, Shaw got double-teamed and didn't really have anywhere to go. 3:40 to play in the first quarter, a 1-point game. And Javion Greer brings it up the floor, charges all the way towards the baseline. Truhl saved it from going out of bounds, but Smith comes up with it. Here comes a pull-up jumper, no good. Rolls off the rim, and the tip-in is good. I think that might have last touched the fingertips of Kendrick Beard, but it goes in. Give the points to Will Cisco. And on the other side, the Knights get a bucket. 9-9 game with 3:05 to play in the first quarter. And Aiden Shaw pressured in the backcourt by Xander Taylor. Shaw able to get the ball across the timeline. And with a left-handed dribble, hangs out on the midcourt logo. Will Cisco tried to receive a handoff, finally able to help out Shaw. He dribbles into the key, splits 3 defenders, put it up with a right-handed looping layup, but it's no good. Truhl fed along the baseline. It was a sharp pass. He lost the possession, and Danier Brooks last touched it out of bounds with 2:40 to play. Tied at 9, and Kyle Teichman opting to go to his bench for the first time tonight. Danier Brooks subs off, and in comes Birch Weems, the senior. 2:40 to play in the first quarter, and the pass is up high with Greer. Greer looking for some help. McKinter back towards the mid-stripe. Guarded up high by Weems. McKinter driving with the right hand, and a block that will go against Birch Weems. Foul was on the floor. That's the first personal against Weems and the 5th team foul in the half. So Jackson Christian already racking up the team fouls early with 2:28 to play in the first quarter. And they called an off-ball foul against Xander Taylor. And right back it goes to Sacred Heart. So an inbound foul before the inbound on the Knights, and then on the other side, Aiden Shaw just knocked a man down to the floor before the inbound, gets hit with his second personal foul, and it's right back with Sacred Heart. Off the inbound, a three-pointer put up by Truhl, and it's no good. Back up high off the offensive rebound. McKinter driving through the lane, and he draws an offensive foul. So the whistle's blowing left and right here early. Both sides have been hit with a couple of offensive fouls. That one going against McKinter. 4th team foul for Sacred Heart. 6 team fouls for Jackson Christian. And with 2:10 to go in the first quarter, Will Cisco gets dispossessed. Pocket picked by Greer. On the other side, Birch Weems doing what he can. Was able to obstruct and led to a missed shot. Birch Weems able to battle for in a 2-on-1 situation and come up the winner. And on the far side of the court, beyond the perimeter, a whistle blows. Aaron Smith got tripped up. Birch Weems subs off the floor. And back out there, Cameron Manners, I believe, was the new substitution. 1:50 to play in the first quarter, a 9-9 game, and it's with Manners on the free throw line. Straight away, Aaron Smith, a little too strong on the three-pointer. Will Cisco had the rebound knocked away, up with the Knights. And on the other end, it's Greer. He gives to McKinter in the near side corner. Now a feed along the left block. It's Truhl. He backs down Manners and finishes to the hoop. Manners tried to draw the foul. Truhl kind of lowered the shoulder. It's been very physical down low here in the opening quarter. Truhl with a team-high 8 points. Danier Brooks double-teamed. He gets it off to Cisco. Aiden Shaw moves into the lane, kicks to the far corner. Smith a three, and he got it. Aaron Smith helping pick up some of the offense today without Dylan Arnold in the mix. It's a 12-11 lead for the Eagles with 1:09 to play in the quarter. Let's take a 30-second pause. We're back in a moment from Sacred Heart on News Talk 101.5 FM and WNWS.com.
Leave the termites dead. Make sure the ants won't spread. Have no fear, we got your back.
You're the best, Mac.
Mac, the bug stops here.
Whether it be bugs, termites, or moisture issues, Mac Pest Control has you covered. Russ McKelvey with Mac Pest Control, servicing Jackson, Memphis, and Greater West Tennessee. Have you been experiencing issues with mold, fungus, or moisture in your crawl space? Give us a shout at MacPestControl.com and we'll line you up for a free inspection.
Direct to your home, in your car, or at work. All your information with no satellite dish required. Jackson's News Talk 101.5 FM.
Under a minute to go in the first quarter from Sacred Heart. It's a 12-11 game. Physical early and a lot of fouls being called by both officials. Truhl along the perimeter saw some space. He cuts towards the hoop, missed a right-handed hook shot, and gets tied up under the bucket with Aiden Shaw. So Truhl, kind of an unnecessary foul there. He just wrapped up Aiden Shaw with 45.8 to play. And Birch Weems will inbound in the Jackson backcourt. Inbound goes to Aiden Shaw. Some backcourt pressure applied by Greer. He gets it across midcourt. Shaw working the point. Gives over to Danier Brooks on the left side wing. Brooks, pressure up high. Feed to Manners. Manners going to go all the way to the hoop. He lost the dribble. Manners, I don't know if that's what the play chalked him up to do, but he was looking for someone to hand off to beyond the perimeter. Saw a chance to turn with the right shoulder, move towards the bucket, and all the momentum lost the basketball. Under 25 seconds to go, a 12-11 lead for the Jackson Christian Eagles. And it's with Greer. Guarded by Danier Brooks, couldn't create space off a crossover and gives back up high. Aaron Smith eyeing down Kendrick Beard. Beard, a feed down low along the baseline. Weems guarding. The double team comes. A right-handed shot by Austin Bell, newly entered into the game. And a foul underneath the hoop. Malachi Chavis gets hit with his first personal foul. Both sides with 6 team fouls. They'll be in the penalty early on in the second quarter. That's my best guess. 4.5 to play. Jackson Christian with a chance to get up a shot. Under 3 to shoot. Aiden Shaw throws one up. He got it, but there was a whistle prior to the shot, a traveling violation with 0.8 seconds to play in the quarter. So the shot was good from Aiden Shaw, but technically no good because of the traveling violation prior. Now the shot clock, the clock didn't start in time off the inbound, and time expires. A 1-point game early, physical in the opening quarter, sets the stage for the final 3. 12-11. Jackson Christian out in front on the road, looking for win number 10 on the year. We're back in 1 minute from the gym at Sacred Heart on News Talk 101.5 and WNWS.com.
If you're ever involved in an automobile accident, the last thing you need to worry about is what to do next. It's simple. Call Precision Auto Body at 783-0075, and they can handle the rest for you. With rental cars on site, they can have you back on the road with no delay. They repair all makes and models, both foreign and domestic. No need for you to run to a franchise or dealer where you're just another number. At Precision Auto Body, you're known by your name. and your concerns about your vehicle. They've been in the same location between Milan and Medina for 20 years, with adding a second high-quality location in Dyersburg in 2014. They have all certified technicians and continuous education, so they can repair your vehicle to factory conditions. Remember, you own your vehicle. You own your insurance. You own the right to tell your insurance company that you want Precision Auto Body to repair your vehicle. So don't be just another number, and don't be steered in the wrong direction. Call Precision Auto Body, 783-0075.
Off we go in the second quarter from Sacred Heart. It is a 12-11 Jackson Christian lead, and Will Cisco working the ball at the top of the key. Gives to Danier Brooks, working around the perimeter, and a blocking foul underneath. We'll see who this goes against. 24 on Sacred Heart. Gets hit with the foul. As far as I can see, there is no 24 on the floor. Well, they called the foul on 24. There's no 24 on the floor right now for Sacred Heart. I'm going to assume they meant 22. And Dalton McKinter. .7:30 to play in the half. It's with Greer on the wing. McKinter at the elbow. He kicks out to the right side wing. Here comes the three-pointer, and it is good. Trey Truel. He can play down low, and evidently he can shoot the three as well. He has a team-high 12 points with 7:10 to play. Will Cisco running the point, brings it up the floor. A give to Danier Brooks, who sets back up high. Over to Aaron Smith. Smith, a crossover dribble, works outside of Manners, feeds Aiden Shaw. He works towards the hoop, comes up short, but a shooting foul as he was slapped on the wrist, and Xander Taylor will be hit with his second of the game. With 6:54 to play, the freshman heads to the line for two shots. And the first one for Shaw is good. Aiden Shaw. No points in the loss on Friday to FACS. We're unable to get Shaw going in that tough battle, a 51-37 loss for Jackson Christian. So Shaw got them both. In the lane, a feed to Truel along the baseline. Right back it goes to Malachi Chavis, and a foul as Chavis went to the bucket. He'll head to the line. This is against Birch Weems. Birch Weems with two personals. And that's now the 8th team foul as well for Jackson Christian. So they're already into the penalty at this point. Everybody will be shooting 1-and-1s from here on. First shot by Chavis is good. And trying to go a perfect 2 for 2, and he does. So back up to a 2-point lead for the Knights, 16-14 with 6:35 to play in the opening half. And Will Cisco brings it up the floor, spins out of some pressure, works it around to the right side of the perimeter, and Truel guarding Weems. Weems, a crossover, moves along the baseline, looking for somebody. He airmails one over the top of Will Cisco. And the Eagles turn it over. Weems was just kind of stuck in the corner over there, was looking for an open option. Cisco came open, but would have been a long pass, and it was a touch too strong over his outstretched arm. 6:10 to play in the half. Along the baseline, a shot is put up. Kendrick Beard couldn't get it to go. Offensive board was pulled down by the Knights, and then a whistle on the floor. Birch Weems just got hit with another personal foul, his third. That'll quickly prompt Peyton Tinsley to get up off the bench. And he'll sub Weems off the floor. Weems with the 3 personal fouls, trying to play physical down low. It's been a physical game throughout tonight. And the shot is good for Malachi Chavis. So Chavis 4 for 4 from the charity stripe over the last couple of possessions for Sacred Heart. And along the midcourt line, a foul as Danier Brooks was being pressured by Javion Greer, and they hit Greer with a personal foul. Mentioned that both sides in the penalty at this point, and Danier Brooks will go to the line to shoot a 1-and-1. With the Knights on top 18-14, a chance to cut it right back to a one-possession game here. And the first shot for Brooks is well too strong off the back of the rim, and Truhl elevates over top of Tinsley to pull down the rebound. Along the baseline, a short floater off the left side of the rim. Beard couldn't get it, and last touched by, well, there's a foul on the floor, and it's number 4, Malachi Chavis, that gets hit with the foul. His second personal. Guys are playing hack-a-shack out there on the court today. With 9 team fouls aside, with still 5:52 to go in the half. Each side 1 away from entering the double bonus. But for right now, Peyton Tinsley will head to the stripe and shoot a 1-and-1. Gage Boykin, he's getting ready to sub on for the first time tonight. And the first one for Peyton Tinsley falls. Trying to cut it within 2, and Tinsley does. So Tinsley off the floor after making both shots. In comes Gage Boykin, who's been the beneficiary of some added minutes over the last week and a half. Hit a couple of big three-pointers late in the game against FACS on Friday, finished with a season-high 6 points. It's on the left side wing. Back up high, swinging over to Dalton McKinter. Over on the right side, it's with Chavis. Greer over to McKinter left side, working along the perimeter. They find a man cutting along the baseline. Chavis can't get the shot. Second try is good. Chavis able to fight under the hoop and battle away the ball from Cameron Manners, and now has 6 for Chavis. That's his first field goal tonight out of the 4 free throws. Gage Boykin with some pressure from Chavis. Tried to hand off to Aaron Smith, and it was a bobbled transfer. It's back with Sacred Heart with under 5 minutes to go. Truhl along the baseline, and he walked. Truhl was trying to get a pass off to Chavis, who motioned along the baseline. He lost the feed, though, and tried to repossess travel in the process. Back up to a 4-point lead with the Knights, 20-16. And 4:50 to play in the half. Will Sisko brings it across the timeline. Gives to Aaron Smith. Smith, top of the key, spins around, feeds Sisko, breaking towards the hoop. Pass knocked out of bounds. And last touch by the Knights with 4:40 to play in the half. Danier Brooks directly under the bucket, will inbound. It goes up high to Aaron Smith. He steps in front of the free throw line. He fades a jump shot, no good. Aaron Smith had that one roll off the front of the rim. Truhl is going to be hit with an offensive foul. Truhl with his second personal foul. Gage Boykin subs off the floor. And the inbound goes to Peyton Tinsley, who passes cross court to Danier Brooks. Now a feed into the corner. A wide open look for Aaron Smith. He's not going to miss that. Aaron Smith with his second three-pointer of the game. He leads Jackson Christian tonight with 11 points. And it's back to a one-point game at 20-19. 4:10 to go in the second quarter. NBA range 3, good. Dalton McKinter didn't hesitate, and he buries his first points from beyond range tonight. Aaron Smith, the up and under. Cameron Manners, the putback. It's good. There's the first points of the night for Cameron Manners, coming off the athletic shot by Aaron Smith. Smith's been shooting beyond the perimeter, not afraid to cut to the hoop as well. McKinter going to try another one. Thought he might have gotten some contact. Loose ball. Smith was trying to feed Cisco up the floor, and it got knocked away. Manners contests the shot on the other end. No good. Malachi Chavis throws it up off the glass for two. Chavis with 8 second quarter points. He's been a menace in this one for, wow, they just called an offensive foul against Will Cisco. Will Cisco faked the shot down low. He was the one trying to draw some contact and potentially earn a chance at a three-point play. Instead, they hit Will Cisco with the foul. That's the 10th team foul now for Jackson Christian. And we have 3:20 to play in the second quarter. It's with McKinter. Why not try it again? That one's well short. That was 35 feet, Steph Curry range. And with 3:10 to play, it's still a 4-point game. 25-21, Sacred Heart on top. Manners feeds Tinsley down low. He spins around in a double team, gets it to hang on the rim and fall. Peyton Tinsley with 2 buckets tonight. Rather, a couple of free throws and 1 field goal. He has 4. 2:50 to play. Back down to a 2-point game. 25-23, and the point guard, Javion Greer, content to let some time tick off the clock. On the right side wing, it is Kendrick Beard. He gives up high to McKinter. Guarded up high by Cisco. Don't want to let him keep shooting those long-range three-pointers. And it's with Greer, guarded by Smith on the right side wing. And here comes a baseline jumper. It's good. Quick turnaround jumper by Kendrick Beard. He gets his first 2 points of the game, and it's back up to a 4-point contest with 2:18 to play. Timeout on the floor. Let's step aside for 30 seconds. 27-23. The Knights on top on a Tuesday night at Sacred Heart. Back in a moment on 101.5 FM.
For all those sweet tooths out there, McDonald's proudly presents their new bakery sweets, including the icy glazed cinnamon roll, the blueberry muffin busting with flavor, and the delicious flaky apple fritter. They're all here for breakfast, lunch, and dinner, guaranteed to hit the spot. Enjoy them now, West Tennessee, at all Jackson locations, Bells, Brownsville, Medina, and Humboldt. McDonald's is loving high school academics and athletics.
2:18 to play in the first half, second quarter. Will Cisco working the point guard is along the left side wing. He gives to Aaron Smith. Briefly lost the pass. Back to Cisco. He fakes a shot. Danier Brooks at the free throw line. Feeds Aaron Smith with an even 2 minutes on the clock. Brooks, a 3. Air ball. Peyton Tinsley was underneath the rebounder, Chavis, who came down awkwardly. Chavis is going to head to the line after Peyton Tinsley commits the foul. I've got that on my card as his second. That might actually be his third, though. Regardless, it's going to send Chavis to the line. That's the 11th team foul in the half. It's been some physical basketball over the first 15 minutes. And Chavis, now a perfect 5 for 5 from the line, has 9 second quarter points. He's been the big offensive help this quarter after Trey Truell had the big first half for the Knights. Chavis misses his first of the night, now 5 from 6 from the line, and it's a 5-point game. Sacred Heart out to their largest lead of the game now. Danier Brooks feeds Cisco in the corner. He drives along the baseline. Aiden Shaw, wide open 3. Here it comes, too strong. Cameron Manners, the rebound. He tried to put it back, and he got stuffed. He got rejected by Malachi Chavis. And the Eagles come up empty on the possession as the clock ticks under 1:30 in the second quarter. And near the midcourt line, Kendrick Beard going to let some time tick off. Between the legs dribble and back up high with Javion Greer. Under 1:15 to go. And a 28-23 lead for the hometown Knights. Danier Brooks playing off-ball defense, just kind of shadowing keeping Sacred Heart beyond the perimeter. Aiden Shaw manned up against Kendrick Beard. Will Cisco tried to pick off a pass. Unsuccessful. Sacred Heart briefly had a man advantage with Cisco out of the play. Instead, they'll reset near midcourt as the clock ticks down under 45 seconds. The Knights have opted to hold the ball for well over a minute on this possession. And without the shot clock, I'm going to opt to potentially take the final shot of the half. Everybody on the floor are going to catch a quick breather. So Javion Greer going to let the clock tick to under 15 as we approach halftime, and a 5-point lead for the Knights. Nearly threw it into the backcourt. McKinter bodied up against Cisco. Feeds Greer, top of the key, moves along the left side of the lane. Over to the left wing, a pull-up jumper with under a second to go. The shot no good, and Sacred Heart holds on to the ball for the final minute and a half of the quarter, but they come up without a bucket, and it stays at a 5-point game as we go into the halftime break. 28-23, and Jackson Christian hanging on to what's been a physical game in the first half, and we'll reset for a breather. And the final 16 minutes on 101.5. We'll be back in about a 3-minute pause. Then we'll give you the totals of the first half on the Eagles halftime report. Keep it right here. You're watching and listening to Jackson Christian Eagles basketball on News Talk 101.5 FM and WNWS.com.
Santa left your perfect gift at the North Pole. Your most liked registered a whopping 17 likes. Does it sound like we read your Facebook post? We did. Fortunately, we can make it all better at King Jewelers. We still have all sorts of beautiful jewelry, specially priced at King Jewelers, with breathtaking diamonds and engagement rings at wonderful prices. King Jewelers is locally owned. Grover King has over 35 years experience as a certified jeweler. We do all kinds of jewelry, watch repair, and custom design. 16B Conrad Drive in Jackson. King Jewelers, your Valentine gift headquarters. Online at kingjewelersjackson.com and on Facebook.
For more than 50 years, Jackson State Community College has helped West Tennessee students prepare for success. Now more than ever, Jackson State is here to help our students navigate the challenging times in front of us. We don't know what the future holds, but we know that Jackson State will be here to support our students in the communities of West Tennessee. Visit the COVID-19 page at jscc.edu/COVID for the latest updates and the resources you need to be successful. Jackson State, invested in your success.
With 17 years experience, Tim Armstrong and his team at Reliable Lawn Care and Landscape are just what you need for weed control and fertilization for turf and landscape beds, as well as pest control and fungus on trees and shrubs. Let them design the perfect landscape for you, as well as irrigation work, hardscape installation, and low-voltage landscape lighting installation. They do it all at Reliable Lawn Care and Landscape, 234-0823, Tennessee Charter number 5398.
Hi, I'm Dr. Toyos of Toyos Clinic. Are you ready to enjoy freedom from glasses and contact lenses? We now offer the latest technology, flapless LASIK. With flapless LASIK, the very next day you can swim, work out, wear makeup. Call our LASIK concierge for a free consultation. 800-603-1989. 800-603-1989. Toyos Clinic, flapless LASIK. See better, look better.
Are you celebrating a new driver in your family? Mitchell's Body Shop says congratulations and welcome to the road. Remember to buckle up and be alert. And if your family should ever need auto body repair for your young driver and you want a safe yet economical repair, call Mitchell's Body Shop. Mitchell's has a lifetime warranty on all repairs and rental cars on site for your convenience. Mitchell's Body Shop, 96 Riverport Drive in Jackson. And don't text and drive.
Don't fumble the ball when it's time to choose a body shop. Choose Mitchell's Body Shop. Mitchell's has a lifetime warranty on all repairs and has rental cars on site for your convenience. Free estimates and free local pickup and delivery. If other drivers were off sides and your car suffered a little unnecessary roughness, remember it's a win every time at Mitchell's. For a safe and economical repair, getting you and your car back in the game. Like Mitchell's Body Shop on Facebook. They're giving away tickets to some of your favorite games. Mitchell's Body Shop, 96 Riverport Drive in Jackson.
Monday Night Football, the NFL, only on News Talk 101.5 FM.
Welcome back inside the gym at Sacred Heart. Andrew Chapman, glad to have you with us on a Tuesday night. Fun game for the boys in the first 16 minutes. A physical game at that, too, as both sides found themselves in the double bonus by the time all was said and done in the first half. And for the Sacred Heart Knights, they find themselves with a 5-point lead. 28-23 the score. The leading scorer out of the gate was Trey Truel, the big center for Sacred Heart. Leads the way in scoring with 12 first-half points. And meanwhile, Malachi Chavis has gone 5 for 6 from the line and emerged as one of the big scorers in the second quarter, scoring all 9 of his points in the second quarter of play. Dalton McKinter has also not been shy of putting up 3-pointers. He's just 1 of 4 from beyond the arc, but did connect with one and has a 3 points on the game. Kendrick Beard has contributed 2 of his own. Meanwhile, on the other side of things, Jackson Christian a little bit shorthanded tonight. They're without their stud starting point guard, senior Dylan Arnold. Danier Brooks been tasked with eating up some extra minutes. Brooks has not scored yet tonight. Instead, it's been Aaron Smith eating up some of the effort on the offensive side. He has a team-high 11. Peyton Tinsley, though, in a little bit of foul trouble. 3 personal fouls for Tinsley in the first half, and he has 4. Will Cisco has contributed a bucket, along with Cameron Manners, and Aiden Shaw has 2 points as well. Birch Weems, scoreless tonight, also in a little bit of foul trouble. He has 3 personal fouls and no points at this point. The main man off the bench, the 6th man for Jackson Christian, going to have to be a little more careful down the stretch in the foul department. Jackson Christian trying to avoid a 3-game losing skid tonight after losses last week to Ripley and FACS. The Tuesday game, an overtime loss against Ripley High. A tough break for them, but they're just down 5 as we get ready for the second half of action from Sacred Heart. If you weren't with us earlier tonight, in the first of our 2 games, the Lady Eagles took the floor. They led 28-24 at the first half, but an 8-point swing over the final 2 quarters led to a Sacred Heart 54-50 win. The leading scorer for the Lady Eagles tonight was Taylor Bain. She had a team-high 14. Good game from Lily Barnes as well. The freshman had 10, and Erin Baines, the senior guard, contributed 12 points of her own. The big story for Sacred Heart in the ladies' game was Jasmine Blankenship, who hit 5 3-pointers and finished with 19 points to lead the way for the Knights, lead the comeback in the second half, and hand Jackson Christian, the Lady Eagles, their 6th loss of the year as they fell to 10-6. As for the Jackson Christian boys, they're getting set to take the floor here in about 3.5 minutes. We'll go ahead and step aside out of the Eagles halftime report and take another 3-minute break and then give you the starting 5 as the second half action kicks off and the Eagles look to overcome the 28-23 deficit. Back in 3 minutes. We appreciate you tuning us in tonight on local radio, News Talk 101.5 FM, and on live online video stream, WNWS.com. A quick reminder that you can catch USJ and TCA action on WNWS.com as well. Also local radio 101.5 FM. South Gibson, the Hornets in action tonight as well. You can find them on WNWS.com. Back in 3 minutes from the gym at Sacred Heart. This has been the Eagles halftime report on News Talk 101.5 FM.
Has this pandemic got you upside down financially? Hey, we've been there, and we're here to help at Krasner Pawn and Jewelry. We buy, sell, and trade firearms. Krasner Pawn and Jewelry also buys and sells Rolex watches and diamonds. We loan money, and Krasner Pawn and Jewelry buys, sells, and trades gold. Open Monday through Friday from 9 to 5:30. It's Saturdays 9 to 5. KrasnerPawn.com. And take a look at our items on Facebook at Krasner Pawn and Jewelry, 2156 North Highland Avenue. Sometimes buying or selling a house is like the flip of a coin, just like in the game of football. It could be heads or tails. If you want a real winner to sell your home, call Kimberly Evans. Kimberly and her team will take the ball and get it across the goal line. Score a touchdown with a championship realtor. Kimberly Evans with Coldwell Banker. Call Kimberly today. 731-697-8558. 731-697-8558. Or 731-668-1777. KimberlyEvans.com.
Have you been looking over and over online in search of that perfect engagement ring or that special piece of jewelry that you can envision in your head but just can't seem to find? Well, come let RJ Case Custom Design Studio, located inside Roberts Jewelers, bring your very own design to life. Come book your one-of-a-kind jewelry creation experience with RJ Case's head designer, Chris, by visiting Roberts Jewelers right away. If you can dream it, RJ Case can design it. RJ Case, located inside Roberts Jewelers, Van Drive, Jackson.
The temperature may be dropping, but things are heating up at all 6 Jackson Sonic locations with the delicious new Queso Burger. Just imagine that toasty Sonic Burger bun with a sizzling burger patty topped with shredded cheddar cheese, grilled onions, hatch green chilies with a zesty cheese sauce and mayo. Guaranteed to warm you up on these cool nights. The delicious Queso Burger waiting on you now at all 6 Jackson Sonic locations. Sonic truly is America's drive-in.
Not much has changed at Old Country Auto since Lonnie Cobb took over. Nope, looks like they've got a larger selection now. Yep, they still have friendly folks to help you. Yep, it's the same laid-back atmosphere people expect from Old Country Auto. Yep, check out that family looking at that SUV. Yep, think they can buy? Nope. Well, they did and got a great deal, too. Yep. Lonnie Cobb's Old Country Auto sells Airways and 45 Bypass in Jackson or online at oldcountryauto.com.
With 17 years experience, Tim Armstrong and his team at Reliable Lawn Care and Landscape are just what you need for weed control and fertilization for turf and landscape beds, as well as pest control and fungus on trees and shrubs. Let them design the perfect landscape for you, as well as irrigation work, hardscape installation, and low-voltage landscape lighting installation. They do it all at Reliable Lawn Care and Landscape, 234-0823, Tennessee Charter number 5398.
News Talk 101.5 FM, the home of Monday Night Football. Monday Night Football.
Welcome back inside the gym at Sacred Heart High School. Andrew Chapman with you for the second half of action. It's a 5-point lead, 28-23 out of the halftime break for the hometown Sacred Heart Knights. Jackson Christian's 5 on the floor. Aaron Smith, Peyton Tinsley, Will Sisko, Cameron Manners, and Danier Brooks, the original starting 5 from tonight. And in the backcourt, there's an injury on the scrum for the ball. Kendrick Beard in a little bit of pain, able to get to his feet, but coming up limping. And Peyton Tinsley, who we mentioned in some foul trouble, I believe that's his 4th personal foul now, immediately has to come off the floor after the shove in the backcourt. Foul trouble has been an issue at times this year for Jackson Christian. Last Tuesday, a week ago on the road at Ripley, Jackson Christian had 3 of their starters foul out by the early stages of overtime, along with Birch Weems as well. Had 4 total players foul out of the game as Trey Truel throws up one with the right hand high off the glass and gets it to bank in. Truel with a team-high 14 points, so Jackson Christian in a physical game going to have to be wary of that. Already shorthanded tonight without the services of Dylan Arnold, the starting point guard. A nice feed on a bounce pass to Aiden Shaw leads him right to the hoop. Good vision by Cameron Manners. And Shaw with the first points of the half for the Eagles. It's McKinter up high, working against Aiden Shaw. And he moves over to the right side of the court, waits for some help up high, holds on to it, and gives it to the mid-court logo. Javion Greer moving over to the right side, eyeing down Danier Brooks. Comes off a screen. He puts up a short 15-footer in the lane. No good. Truel the rebound, creates some space with the shoulder. His shot doesn't fall. And Danier Brooks able to get it up the floor, and Aaron Smith finishes with a floater on the other end. A team-high 13 points for Aaron Smith. Greer double teamed up high. Danier Brooks guarding close. Trey Truel working against Manners. A spin, a right-handed shot, and they call a foul against Cameron Manners. Manners looked like he created some distance down there in the low post. But he gets hit with the foul. His first personal, and Trey Truhl will shoot a pair of shots. And his first is good. 15 points for Truhl. And Truhl's perfect, 2 for 2, 16 on the night for Truhl. And some backcourt pressure applied by Sacred Heart as Will Cisco gets it to Brooks, and Brooks leads Aiden Shaw. Shaw double-teamed, left side of the lane. Cameron Manners inside the key, spins, creates some space. Right-handed shot, no. Second chance, he gets fouled, and he'll head to the line. So Manners was able to spin and kind of box out Trey Truhl quickly. Get the rebound for Truhl. That's his third personal foul, so a little bit of trouble for the Sacred Heart leading scorer. With 5:46 to play in the third quarter, Cameron Manners will shoot 2, a chance to get it back to a 3-point game. His first shot is true. 3 points for Manners. Subbing off the floor, Jake Keel for Sacred Heart, and the shot good for Cameron. Manners a perfect 2 for 2 on the trip to the line. It's a 32-29 game with 5:40 to play in the third. And Greer, the point guard on the right wing, gives up high to Xander Taylor. Taylor working against Aaron Smith. Back up towards the top of the key, it's McKinter, shadowed by Aiden Shaw. Help man comes up high, but Danier Brooks supplying the pressure. Cross-court pass goes to Xander Taylor, works into the key, kicks back out high to Chavis, who had 9 second-half points. And Jackson Christian able to play some tight zone defense, keep it beyond the perimeter. Now, as I say that, Sacred Heart able to find a lane, and Xander Taylor works his way to the hoop for 2. First points for Xander Taylor, and the clock moves under 5 minutes in the third quarter. Aiden Shaw able to get it up along the near sideline, and he dribbled it off the top of his foot. The Eagles did a good job evading any of that backcourt pressure with some quick passing, just an errant dribble that gives it right back to Sacred Heart, a game that you feel like you got to avoid as many of those fixable mistakes as possible. Here's Chavis from the wing. He got it. No, that is Xander Taylor. Back-to-back buckets for Xander Taylor as he got opened up with a pass across the lane. 5 points for Taylor. And the lead has swelled to a game-high 8 points for Sacred Heart. Make it 6, though. Danier Brooks from the short corner pulls up for 2. And the Eagles starting point guard with his first bucket tonight. 4:26 to play in the third. It's a 37-31 lead for Sacred Heart. Back in 30 seconds on News Talk 101.5 and WNWS.com.
Hey, you're going to have to keep it there.
We'll keep it here in the gym, actually, for you with 4:26 to play. 37-31 the score. And for Jackson Christian, coming off a bucket moments ago from Danier Brooks, Sacred Heart was able to push it up to a game-high 8-point lead. And both sides talking it over. It's been a physical game throughout, but here in the third quarter, both sides have been able to calm it down a bit. The big story, though, right now for Jackson Christian, already without Dylan Arnold, they now have Peyton Tinsley, their starting big man, in some trouble as well with 4 personal fouls. So he's one away from being out of this game. Have to value whatever minutes you can get out of him at this point. A feed down low, out of the timeout. Trey Truhl went shoulder to shoulder with Cameron Manners, and he got the bucket. 18 points for Truhl with an even 4 minutes to play. And in the backcourt, Will Cisco dispossessed. A wide open layup is missed, and a foul inside the key, and over the back foul that will go against Trey Truhl, his 4th personal foul. So he's now in trouble. Sacred Heart continuing to apply backcourt pressure off the inbound. Danier Brooks has his pass deflected, was trying to get it cross court to Aiden Shaw. Off the turnover, A feed towards the other side of the hoop is lost. Then in the backcourt, Danier Brooks immediately lost it. A couple of turnovers on back-to-back possessions from Brooks. McKinter in the corner, creates space. Truhl opts to go inside. He works his way all the way to the hoop from the top of the key, and he now has 20 points. And in the backcourt, Jackson Christian turned it over. No, they did not. Just hit out of bounds. Truhl with 20 points. And a pause in the action. Well, they were going to substitute. The Knights have opted to keep Kendrick Beard momentarily on the bench with 3:20 to play. And a 10-point lead, biggest of the night for Sacred Heart. And Danier Brooks working around the baseline, was unable to get to the hoop. Corner three, Sacred Heart got it, and they are rolling right now. They are on a 8-0 run. And it's a 44-31 game. Aaron Smith sidestepping his way through the key, and he finishes with a right-handed layup. Aaron Smith doing it all tonight for Jackson Christian, a team-high 15, and Sacred Heart just got another. Xander Taylor hits another. Back-to-back three-pointers for Sacred Heart, and they're pouring it on right now. 47-33, and Aiden Shaw lost the ball. A turnover and a near slam by Trey Truhl as he tried to slam it two hands, and it swirled out. Cameron Manners, a feed to him, down on the block. He spins, he puts it up with the right hand. It's no good. It falls off the front of the rim. Truhl down with the rebound. Sacred Heart pushing the tempo. Xander Taylor tries a three. No, it's off the front of the rim. All the momentum right now in the favor of Sacred Heart, but on the other end, a 2-on-1. Danier Brooks converts and is able to put one in for two. His second bucket with 2:04 to play in the third quarter. 47-35 the score. Let's take a 30-second timeout with a stoppage on the floor. News Talk 101.5 and WNWS.com.
If your insurance policy is coming up for renewal, don't just send in a check. Do yourself a favor and contact Shanna Tabor at Farmers Insurance. Shanna helps customers like you identify the coverage that best fits your needs. This process is straightforward and personalized to help make you smarter about your insurance. Shanna has the tools and knowledge to help you better understand your coverage options, whether that's auto, home, life, or business insurance.
And I may save you hundreds of dollars. Hello, this is Shanna Tabor, your Farmers Insurance agent. Stop by my office on University Parkway next to the post office for a free quote, or find me at stabor@farmersagent.com.
Well, a momentous back-and-back sequence for Sacred Heart as they now lead by 12 off a couple of big three-pointers from Xander Taylor. And they have the ball out of the timeout with under 2 minutes to go, 1:50 on the clock in the third quarter. And the ball with Greer, up to McKinter, top of the key, guarded against Cisco, creates some space, kicks to the corner, and a three-pointer falls. Kendrick Beard hits a three, and they have dialed from long distance here in the third quarter and gone on a big-time run. Sacred Heart outscoring Jackson Christian by 10 points in the third quarter alone. Along the baseline, right side block, Will Cisco double-teamed, gets it to Danier Brooks. Jumper at the free-throw line doesn't go, and Sacred Heart up with it. Greer pushing the tempo. Peyton Tinsley back in this game. A little risky with 4 personal fouls on the night, but they needed to get him back out on the floor and prevent the lead from growing any bigger. With 1:05 to play, Danier Brooks going to set up high with it. Give over to Tinsley, and now with Aaron Smith on the left side corner. Will Cisco trying a three-pointer, and down it goes for him. Will Cisco connects for his first three-pointer on the night. He has 5. And on the other side of the court, with Sacred Heart moving from left to right, it is Greer, the point guard, setting up high and letting the clock tick under 40 seconds. Greer over to Chavis, guarded by Cisco on the right wing. It's in the near corner. Keel swinging it back over to the top of the key. Towards midcourt. Back and forth they go. The Knights with a little perimeter passing drill. 10 seconds to play in the quarter. McKinter going to let one fly from three-point range. No good. Rolls off the rim. Chavis, though, with a baseline rebound. Gets it out to Greer. A three-pointer is good as time expires. And the Knights able to continue the possession, get up a couple of threes, and turn it into a 15-point lead, 53-38, as we head to our final 8 minutes from the gym at Sacred Heart. A three-point barrage, and the Eagles getting outscored by 10 in the third quarter to swing this game in favor of the Knights. Let's take a minute pause. We'll run you through the fourth quarter next on News Talk 101.5 and WNWS.com.
Hey, is that a 30-second or a 1 minute?
1 minute.
You're the best, Mac.
Mac, the bug stops here.
Whether it be bugs, termites, or moisture issues, Mac Pest Control has you covered. Russ McKelvey with Mac Pest Control, servicing Jackson, Memphis, and Greater West Tennessee. Have you been experiencing issues with mold, fungus, or moisture in your crawl space? Give us a shout at MacPestControl.com and we'll line you up for a free inspection.
Congratulations, sold your house. Now it's time to move. Go! Leave the heavy lifting to us. A Affordable Moving and Storage. We specialize in local and long distance moving. A Affordable Moving and Storage comes complete with packing services. Any size move, big or small. A Affordable Moving and Storage. For free estimates, call 731-664-5777. Call 731-664-5777. A Affordable Moving and Storage. 731-664-5777. A Affordable Moving and Storage. Trusted movers since 1996.
Hey, we've even got the Super Bowl. News Talk 101.5 FM.
Opening possession in the fourth quarter. Jackson Christian with it. Will Cisco muscling his way towards the hoop. He threw one up with two hands under the bucket, and it's no good. And on the other end, the shot, an air ball, a pull-up jumper short, about 5 feet. Kendrick Beard doesn't get it. 7:30 to play in the game, and Jackson Christian trailing by 15. It's a 53-38 score. Hometown Sacred Heart out in front thanks to a 10-point scoring differential as they outscore Jackson Christian in the third quarter with multiple three-pointers. A steal from Danier Brooks on the other end. McKinter drew some contact and finished with a left-handed layup. And on the other side of the floor, a whistle, a stoppage. Danier Brooks coming off. Aiden Shaw checking in. Peyton Tinsley inbounds with 7:04 to play. Goes to Aaron Smith. He turns around in the corner, shoots an air ball three-pointer on the other end. A pull-up three, too short. Loose ball. Aiden Shaw was in the scrum for it, and he last hit it out of bounds. With 6:55 to play. And a 17-point lead for the Knights. It's with Beard. Now on the left block. Truhl dispossessed, regathers the ball, spins and travels. No, double dribbled. Truhl double dribbled. With 6:46 to play. Back with Jackson Christian. And the point of the game where you got to limit every turnover you can. Smith and Tinsley passing back and forth. They get it to Shaw, middle of the court. He brings it up, finds Aaron Smith. He dribbles to the baseline, pulls up. 7-foot shot, no good. Peyton Tinsley, Cameron Manners got tied up under the hoop with it. A jump ball, and on the alternating possession, it will go back the way of Sacred Heart. So an even 6:30 to play, and still a 17-point advantage for the Knights. They've outscored Jackson Christian by 12 points in the second half alone. And a bounce pass towards the baseline rolls out of bounds right past Peyton Tinsley. Don't know where that one was intended to. So it's back with the Eagles. They cross midcourt. Peyton Tinsley working with those 4 personal fouls, doing his best to try and be effective without being physical. Aiden Shaw, Euro stepping his way to the block and to the hoop for a bucket. Aiden Shaw, the freshman, with 6 points. Will Cisco hitting the face up high. It's with Kendrick Beard, the point guard, and he steps back towards midcourt and lets the clock tick under 6 minutes. with a 15-point lead. It's 55-40, dribbles between the legs, gets past Cisco, but he knocked it free. Knocked it free in the lane, and Cameron Manners came up with it, gives to Aiden Shaw, and Shaw brings it forward. Tries a three, yes, got it from the left side wing. Back-to-back buckets for Aiden Shaw, trying to will the Eagles back into this thing. The lead down to 12. McKinter on the other end, can't answer with a right wing three, and Peyton Tinsley down with the rebound. 5 straight points for Shaw, who brings it into the front court. Feeds Tinsley. Smith along the baseline. He elevates, evades a defender, McKinter, and finishes at the hoop. It's a nice little 7-0 run for Jackson Christian as they've cut it back to 10 with 5:10 to play in the quarter. 55-45 the score and a timeout on the floor. Let's take a 30-second pause. Back in a moment on News Talk 101.5 FM. Actually, a full timeout coming up. We'll take a minute break on News Talk 101.5.
If you're ever involved in an automobile accident, the last thing you need to worry about is what to do next. It's simple. Call Precision Auto Body at 783-0075, and they can handle the rest for you. With rental cars on site, they can have you back on the road with no delay. They repair all makes and models, both foreign and domestic. No need for you to run to a franchise or dealer where you're just another number. At Precision Auto Body, you're known by your name and your concerns about your vehicle. They've been in the same location between Milan and Medina for 20 years, with adding a second high-quality location in Dyersburg in 2014. They have all certified technicians.
Go ahead and bring me back when you
continuous
can,
education, so they can repair your vehicle to factory conditions. Remember, you own your vehicle. You own your insurance. You own the right to tell your insurance company that you want Precision.
5:10 to play, and Jackson Christian has gone on a 7-0 run to cut it back to a 10-point game, led by the freshman Aiden Shaw and Aaron Smith, who has a team-high 17 points. Out of the timeout, Sacred Heart drills a three-pointer. Xander Taylor with the bucket, his second three tonight, and he now has 11. It's still Trey Truell leading the way in scoring, and a feed along the baseline leads to an uncontested layup on the other end, rather a feed at midcourt that was stolen away by Xander Taylor, who just hit that three-pointer. And it's a quick 5-0 run out of the timeout for Sacred Heart, stolen away by Truell. On the other end, he moves to the bucket, gets fouled by Tinsley, his fifth personal, and Truell finishes through contact and will go to the line for the chance at a three-point play. That's it for Tinsley tonight. And you hate to say it, but a quick 7-0 run right out of the gate for Sacred Heart counters the 7-0 run that Jackson Christian went on a moment ago. You've lost Peyton Tinsley, and you trail once again by 17. Not looking great right now for Jackson Christian with 4:28 to play, and Truell completes the three-point effort. 23 points, the high amongst all scorers tonight, Trey Truell. And Will Cisco got fouled at midcourt. Javion Greer hit with the push as he fell over top of the shoulders of Cisco. 4:17 to play. And it's a game-high lead for Sacred Heart thanks to an 8-0 run coming out of the timeout. 18 points. And the inbound near midcourt, intended for Gage Boykin, sails right past him. Will Cisco, well, like that was his only option. And there's 4:17 to play in the game. This one nearly out of reach for Jackson Christian. They're going to need a big run here over the next minute or so. But Sacred Heart going to control the tempo and play possession basketball as Greer floats it up for Truell, and he got fouled underneath. Truell's first shot good. Truhl, a perfect 2 for 2 from the line. He now has 25 points tonight. They get it cross court. Boykin feeds Smith. Smith pulls up, short jumper, no good. Boykin the offensive rebound, and he got fouled on the putback to the hoop. Trey Truhl, at least by my count, that's his 5th. But he's staying in there right now. Might have had him for one too many as Truhl's sticking out there. Boykin to shoot 2, and his first shot is too strong. 20-point lead for Sacred Heart with 3:55 to go. Boykin can't hit either of them, and well, the game clock didn't start over that whole sequence right there, so 3:55 to play, 20-point lead for Sacred Heart. Leading scorer tonight for Jackson Christian, that belongs to Aaron Smith, who has a team-high 17. And in the corner, a three-pointer on the way for Sacred Heart. It rattles out. Kendrick Beard couldn't get it to fall. High floating shot was, pass. Was intended for Danier Brooks, who elevated for it. And they wind up hitting Xander Taylor with a foul. With 3:44 to play, Will Cisco will inbound on the far sideline. And it goes to Danier Brooks, the point guard. Aaron Smith tried to make a move along the baseline. It's with Gage Boykin. Gonna huck one up, and he got it. Gage Boykin launches a deep three-pointer. He hit a couple of them on Friday night, had one at Ripley on Tuesday as well. Boykin been taking advantage of some of those extra minutes. With 3:15 to play, Aaron Smith on the other end, off the turnover. He gets the layup to fall. Team high 19 points for Smith. And the clock ticks towards an even 3 minutes. Still a 15-point game. Jackson Christian going to need a few more turnovers and some buckets. There's a block three-pointer. Aaron Smith got a hand on it. Boykin comes up with the ball, and he gives to Cisco. Crosses midcourt. Spins on the left side of the lane. Finds Danier Brooks. Right side wing. Skip pass to Smith along the baseline. In pressure. Gets it up and gets it to fall. So Jackson Christian able to answer with another 7-0 run. They've cut this to a 13-point game with 2:43 to play. Aaron Smith leading the way tonight. He now has a season-high 21 points for the Eagles. 13-point game. Back in 30 seconds on WNWS.com and News Talk 101.5 FM.
Sakura set the standard in West Tennessee for Japanese sushi rolls and hibachi grill dishes. By popular demand, Sakura added a Chinese menu. For starters, egg drop and hot and sour soup. Entrees include chicken broccoli, sweet and sour chicken, Mongolian beef, and lo mein with your choice of meat. Our Chinese lunch menu starts at just $7.95. Sakura also delivers to your home or business, or you can call ahead for pickup at 664-2878. Sakura's dining area now open and serving at 50% capacity. Sakura on Carriage House Drive.
Jackson Christian trailed by as many as 20 not long ago and have cut it down to a 13-point game with 65-52 the score with 2:43 to play in the fourth quarter. Trey Truhl inbounds along the baseline in the Sacred Heart backcourt, and on the other end of the floor, a shove in the back. I think they're going to hit Cameron Manners with a foul. Oh, they hit Danier Brooks with it. Baseline feed goes to Truhl. He leads all scorers tonight with 25 points. And back towards midcourt. Greer going to let some time tick down, being guarded by Brooks. And a foul. A shove. They'll call it again against Danier Brooks. .225 to play in the game. It's Greer. Crossing over Brooks. Brooks able to stick with him defensively. Tight D being played by Brooks. Greer moving along the baseline. Might have walked. Instead, it's back around the perimeter and up towards midcourt with Xander Taylor, who has 13 points tonight. Greer along the right wing, spinning against Brooks. Back up high with Taylor. And the Knights playing possession basketball as the clock moves under 2 minutes here at the gym at Sacred Heart. Still a 13-point game, 65-52. Gage Boykin working closely against Beard. Beard double-teamed on the wing, moves along the baseline, feeds to the left wing. McKinter was wide open, could have taken a shot. Instead, Sacred Heart continuing to hold on. And finally, Jackson Christian will foul and send Greer to the line for a 1-and-1. Danier Brooks subbing off after 3 straight fouls. I have that as number 3 for Brooks. Aiden Shaw checks into the game with 1:42 to play. A 1-and-1 upcoming here for Beard. And his first shot falls off the front of the rim, and it's good. So that free throw puts an end to the second 7-0 run of the half for Jackson Christian, who've been able to put together some buckets off some turnovers, but have not gotten the massive push they need, down by as many as 20 at one point here in the half. The second shot did not go for Greer. He goes 1 of 2, and the pass goes to midcourt with Will Sisko, who brings it into the front court, finds Aaron Smith, fakes a shot, creates some space, and his pass along the baseline is broken up and stolen away. So just about 1:20 to go for Sacred Heart. Jackson Christian all but out of this thing, trailing by 14, and a foul on the far side of the court along the sideline. Will Sisko commits his second personal foul. And back to the line with 18 fouls in the half goes Javion Greer. And his first of 2 off the front of the rim, no good. So Jackson Christian back up with it after an empty 1-and-1. And Aiden Shaw to Will Sisko. Sisko pulls up from straightaway 3-point land. Too strong. It was off target and last touched by Trey Truel. Gage Boykin got in the mix and kind of volleyball spiked it off of Truel. Fighting for the rebound and able to keep it with the Eagles with 1:07 to play. Still trailing those 66-52. That 10th win this season has been elusive for Jackson Christian, who lost last week at Ripley and at home against FACS, trying to avoid dropping their 3rd straight game. As the inbound is to Cameron Manners, he splits a defender, goes up against Trey Truel, and can't get it over the top of the outstretched arm of Truel. Under a minute to go, and the ball into the front court for Sacred Heart. Will Sisko playing some tight D. And a foul near midcourt. Aiden Shaw shoved Beard to the floor. And Kendrick Beard will go to the line and shoot a 1-and-1. So the shot was missed. Still a 14-point game. And Jackson Christian with it up high. Aiden Shaw going to try a long bomb from the right wing. No good. Cameron Manners the rebound. And the second shot good. And a foul. They whistle Truel for a foul underneath. And Cameron Manners will head to the line for the chance at a 3-point play. And that's the, well, I guess I had my count wrong on Truel. I thought he was out of the game 2 fouls ago. I think that's number 4 for Truel. Some substitutes coming on for Jackson Christian for the first time tonight. Out on the floor, Cooper Cantrell, along with Jaden Irvin. Manners able to finish off the 3-point play, and he now has 7 points. And substitutes coming on for the Knights. Justin Gaines out on the floor for the first time. Number 25, Austin Bell out there as well. All of the starters for Sacred Heart subbing off the floor. Andre Bell out there for the first time. Bell receives the inbound, and Irvin steals it away in the backcourt. He goes to the hoop, and he gets the bucket. So Jaden Irvin able to come onto the floor, supply some defense in the backcourt, and get his first points of the game and cut it down to a single-digit score, 66-57 with 23.2 on the clock. Let's take a 30-second pause with a timeout on News Talk 101.5 FM and WNWS.com.
Have you been looking over and over online in search of that perfect engagement ring or that special piece of jewelry that you can envision in your head but just can't seem to find? Well, come let RJ Case Custom Design Studio, located inside Roberts Jewelers, bring your very own design to life. Come book your one-of-a-kind jewelry creation experience with RJ Case's head designer, Chris, by visiting Roberts Jewelers right away. If you can dream it, RJ Case can design it. RJ Case, located inside Roberts Jewelers, Van Drive, Jackson.
9 seconds of this one, and out of the inbound, it's stolen away by the Eagles. Gage Boykin was able to get up a three-pointer, no good. Jaden Irvin, the second try, no. Boykin up with it. Cantrell tries a three, no good. The Eagles 0 for 3 on the possession. That three-point bucket potentially would have made it a 6-point game and gotten things really interesting. But with 11.2 to play, still Eagles basketball and a baseline feed upcoming. It goes to Boykin. Boykin tries a three, was obstructed, an air ball. 66-57, a lead pass down the other side of the court. Layup no good. Boykin down with it, gives to Cantrell, and time expires as Cantrell fires one up from midcourt, and that's the ball game. So the Eagles, who trailed by as many as 20 at one point in the second half, go on a little bit of an 11-point swing, fight their way to within contention, but the final score, 66-57, as the Eagles drop their third straight game and fall to 9-7 on the season. For Sacred Heart, they get the win tonight, and they are led by the big man Trey Truel, who contributed 25 points to lead the way in scoring for Sacred Heart. Xander Taylor, also a solid game. He had 3 3-pointers and finished with 13. Malachi Chavis with 9 of his own, and Kendrick Beard, one of the starters, with 8 points tonight for Sacred Heart. But the big night for Trey Truel with his 25 points. On the Jackson Christian side of things, Aaron Smith, it was a season best for him today. He had to step up with Dylan Arnold out of the lineup, and that he did. 21 points for the senior guard, Aaron Smith. A season high mark for him, working in the lane, hitting shots from beyond the perimeter. Well done by Smith and company tonight. And Cameron Manners, the center, he finishes with 7. Peyton Tinsley only a 4-point game. Rough night for Tinsley as he fouled out as well and battled foul issues all game long. Had his minutes limited, and the Eagles were forced to kind of downsize throughout tonight's game due to the foul issues of Tinsley. Aiden Shaw, though, the freshman, an impressive night for him. He puts up 9 points and helped lead a little bit of that second half comeback down the stretch. Danier Brooks with 4 as he got added minutes tonight without Dylan Arnold in the equation. Will Sisko with 5 of his own. And Jaden Irvin contributing a bucket tonight as well in the final minute or so off a nice steal in the backcourt. But Jaden Irvin, the sophomore, getting involved in the latter stretch of the action as well. Next on the docket, it is a trip out west as the road basketball continues for Jackson Christian. 6 of their last 7 on the road when you consider the upcoming game at ECS on Friday night. We will not have that game on local radio for you, but you can catch the video feed live on WNWS.com. You know where to find it for most of you that always loyally tune in. We appreciate you watching Jackson Christian basketball tonight. So on the road, ECS Friday night. You can catch us for a 6 p.m. tip for the girls, 7:30 p.m. roughly tip for the boys as they look for that elusive 10th win on the season that's evaded them over the last couple of weeks. Now 9-7 on the year, and losers of 3 in a row. Jackson Christian will look to rebound against ECS on Friday night. Our coverage will start just prior to the 6 o'clock tip for the girls' game, and you can hear us all night on WNWS.com. Thank yous to go around to the great crew here at the gym of Worthy Road Studios. They were doing double action tonight. One broadcast on that side of the floor, one on our side of the floor. Floor cameras, the whole shebang, Worthy Road Studios. Terrific production work. As always, guys, we appreciate your help here tonight with the video feed. And, of course, our guy in studio, Cam, pushing all the buttons, running all the brakes, getting us on and off air. We appreciate his hard work as our board operator on tonight's broadcast. Again, our final score from Sacred Heart, 66-57. Kyle Teichman's team drops their third in a row and are now 9-7. A little past the midway point of the season. Back in action on Friday night, 6 p.m. girls tip, 7:30 for the boys. Until then, on Friday out at ECS, I'm Andrew Chapman. Thank you so much for tuning in to tonight's edition of Jackson Christian Eagles basketball, and we'll see you next Friday. Have a great rest of your week, and so long.